and hope to see you at the Silver Spot Cinema in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. It's going to be a fun meet and greet atmosphere during this VIP-only event. Tickets are $99, and that includes a signed copy of my new book, Radical Nation. Plus, you're going to receive a photo and full VIP access. Join us in Naples, April 20th at 5 p.m. Get your tickets today. Looking forward to seeing you there.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau. You can count on us for great service. You can count on us to get it done. You can count on us for a price that's fair. The quality is second to none. For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
When you've got big shoes to fill, you've got to sock it to the left. And that's just what Clay Travis and Buck Sexton are doing right here from noon to 3.
After they're calling for it to happen, they're trying to backdoor their way into the same kind of system that they have in China.
Clay, that should be chilling to anyone who believes in the First Amendment.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton getting it right. Noon to 3 today on Southwest Florida's 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. You heard us right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Russia's attacking Ukraine for a 37th day. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
For many, the war in Ukraine is becoming routine. Unfortunately, this is true. Routine.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky's forces have taken back a few villages near Chernihiv, one of the areas Russia was supposedly pulling back from, but fighting rages there and around Kyiv.
And the most intense fighting continues in the besieged seaport city of Mariupol, cut off from the rest of the world without food, water, or electricity. This morning, Ukrainian officials say Russian forces have also blocked 45 Red Cross buses trying to go in to evacuate civilians. This, as the Pentagon confirms, Russian forces have fled the Chernobyl nuclear plant, but cannot confirm if it's due to reported radiation poisoning.
Well, that's Fox's Griff Jenkins in Lviv. Chernobyl's the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster back in 1986. The U.S. is blaming Russia's leader for near-record gas prices. Fox's Alexandria Hoff.
As a way to reduce prices, President Biden did announce yesterday a largely unprecedented release of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, but spoke with little confidence on if it will help.
My guess is we'll see it come down, continue to come down. But how far down, I don't think anyone can tell.
The president will release 1 million barrels of oil per day for 6 months. The U.S. consumes about 20 million daily. A sheriff's deputy is dead in Houston, Texas, shot in a grocery store parking lot last night.
Sheriff Ed Gonzalez tweeted that one of his off-duty Harris County Sheriff's deputies witnessed suspects committing a criminal offense here in the parking lot of the Joe V store. Now, as the deputy approached, the males opened fire, and our deputy, he says, returned fire and was struck.
Randy Wallace with Fox 26 TV. 2 suspects are in custody. A Lebanon, Pennsylvania police officer was shot and killed. 2 other cops injured. The suspect died in the shootout. America's listening to Fox News.
Life is... You can't go wrong when you're getting it right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink Weather Authority.
Warm and windy for today as temperatures continue to climb into the upper 80s and lower 90s under a mix of sun and clouds. Winds will be kicking up out of the south and west by this afternoon at 15 to 25 miles per hour, sustained. Look for gusts of up to and over 30 miles per hour for today. We stay dry.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's Rockstar Harley's pre-owned spring clearance sale this week. Hundreds of Harleys tagged with liquidation pricing. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, 100% of applications accepted. Save thousands this week. Only at Rockstar Harley's pre-owned spring clearance sale. It ends this Sunday.
approved credit.
Hey, this is Papa reporting that a lady recently complained that she did not like my commercial about the guy spitting chewing tobacco. She said that sound made her sick. I asked her what she thought about my commercial of Bart the donkey, and she went. Either way, a special thanks to over 4,000 wonderful people who did respond to Papa's wacky commercials and making this past year our biggest, most profitable year in over 30 years. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, we invite you to call Papa for our free tile roof inspection. If we find needed repairs, we'll do our best to make it affordable. Let us show you how we can clean and seal your tile roof, pavers, and pool decks the eco-friendly way, and it's cleaner, safer, and lasts longer. We promise to keep the donkey off your roof. Call me, Papa, for our free tile roof inspection. 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Remember, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7.
License number CCC 1326213.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darda Group at dartagroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darda Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County. Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dartagroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dartagroup.com. That's dartagroup.com. A Compass Realty broker.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's Pest Prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll.
Check.
Sounds good. 50 seconds.
All right.
With words from another happy payroll customer. You got some echo, but I know there's nothing that can be done about that.
Yeah, that's just the room. I'll bring it down a little bit.
And a friend of mine recommended Patriot, and I have not looked back since. It was extremely user-friendly. I was actually able to understand it and run everything extremely well. And anytime I've had a question, they have been so quick to answer and help me. I definitely recommend it to anyone who is looking for a payroll software that is easy to use, user-friendly, and really offers everything that you need when it comes to something that's beneficial for your business.
Visit us at PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for your support for veterans in the military. Educating us. Standing up for conservatism. Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. We are so glad you are here. We are here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. And we do our first Friday of the month. And we have Patriots here this morning getting ready to honor our heroes, as it is a big, big day this morning, and I'm just excited about the fact that we get to be here with you and hang out. Jake, can you bring down the speaker just a little bit over there for me? Because it's we got a little bit of feedback right there. You'll see the knob. Yeah, that's it right there. And you see the second knob over come towards me, come down. Yeah, right now. Yeah, that's the one. Just bring that one down a little bit. All right, there you go. All right, of course, coming up this morning, we are going to honor our heroes today right here. We have not one but two World War II veterans that are going to be turning 100 years of age this morning. How about that as we salute our veterans this morning, and certainly our World War II veterans. And we were talking about this a little earlier in the month, last month, And I was talking to my buddy Rick Wabi, and we were talking about the fact that we found out that there were not just one but two, and we said we have to do something to just celebrate. So we're having kind of an impromptu birthday party here, sort of I'd say a surprise party, but I'm not really sure whether or not it's going to be a surprise for them, because I'm pretty confident that they're going to find out quickly that it's happening. But it's going to be exciting as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour and they arrive, that we'll be able to honor them, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And already I see cupcakes. Look at this, patriotic cupcakes with the American flag on there, and it's going to be just a lot of fun to honor Bill Workman and George Farises, who are going to be here in just a little bit, and it's going to be quite the morning. I saw Alfie Oakes here just a little while ago. Is Alfie still here? Because I want Alfie to make his way to the stage and come on the air with us in just a bit. So somewhere in the building, Alfie's just going to kind of walk up on the mic, and it's great to see him here this morning. So we're going to talk about all kinds of things, including the feckless one. If I said to somebody, listen, we're going to talk about the feckless one, do you have an idea who I'm talking about? Could you imagine when I say feckless? I would say the Biden administration and Joe Biden, and so some of the things that he said yesterday, where there's nothing like a president who feels like we have to get rid of fossil fuels, but we need to use the fossil fuels in order to be able to fuel all kinds of things in this country, but we're going to pull it from reserves that are meant for emergencies like wartime, but we'll pull it, and then we'll pull millions every single month, and ultimately we've got to replace all the... It's a mess. Is he here? All right, he's here. So is he right over there? Are you ready? Alfie, come on up here. Alfie Oakes, everybody, come on. Alfie's here this morning. All right, sit down with me, Alfie. Grab a chair, grab a mic. Good to see you. How are you? You good? Everything?
Am I on? Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. No, everything's beautiful because we're in the free state of Florida.
Yes, we are.
Happiest place in the universe here. See the table.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And listen, yes, you can applaud that. Dare I say? Hey, listen. Let's call it what it is. And dare I say that you started what has been a revolution of individuals, of people who understand what tyranny looks like and what liberty and freedom looks like. And early on, you knew what was going on with mandates. You understood what was happening. You were very much ahead of the curve. There were a lot of people who were not pleased about the fact that it was Alfie that was like, listen, this is what we're going to do. You all can do this. You shouldn't be, but we're going to do this here at Seed the Table. And ultimately, I'm going to be proven right. And you were proven right, weren't you?
Yeah, it was. I was taking a little bit of trash from a few people. We had, when we first came out and said we're never going to mask, we're never going to social distance, we're never going to play this game. I like the word that Governor DeSantis used, a COVID theater.
Yeah.
We're not going to play this game. And there was people calling us wishing we would die, right? So I mean, there was actually thousands of calls when the thing went viral.
Right, horrible stuff people were saying.
And it was really sad to see people that caught up in that. And I guess it was fear. The media did a great job of intentionally trying to propagate all the fear. And
Right.
and that, the real virus we know was the fear and the way that we handled it. I remember the first day that the big media break about came out and how we were handling this, and what they actually said, and this is, I had a reporter from the Naples Daily News call, and they said that because of us, because of Seed to Table, that no one was going to move to Southwest Florida because
I remember that.
They said this is what was going to happen, that we were going to ruin the economy here, and no one was going to move here because they were going to be afraid of us being super spreaders. So. Well, it kind of didn't really work out that way, So
Yeah.
It's been a blessing, and we actually have. Last night I had two realtors here, two of them that were here, and both of them were showing their new clients to around, and a lot of people, these realtors are saying that they want to move to Southwest Florida because of Seed the Table. So it's the exact opposite, obviously.
That is absolutely right.
It's such a blessing.
And by the way, speaking of being ahead of the curve, and some people who may in their day have been ahead of the curve in ways that they might not want to admit, what am I talking about? So there's a viral video that's going out. I'm so glad you're sitting here when I'm going to play this. There's a viral video going out of C-SPAN, and way back in the day, a very young-looking. Do you see his face?
A young-looking Father Fauci on the picture. Yeah.
Right. So there's a Dr. Fauci here, very young-looking. I mean, not a whole lot of gray. Things were really easy back then on C-SPAN, and I don't know if anybody has saw this, witnessed this viral video that's been out on social media, but I want to play what's been viral in the past 24 hours, and maybe you'd like to comment on this. So here he is. It's Dr. Anthony Fauci. I don't know how long it was. It may have been, it looks like 15, 20 years ago or longer. I want you to listen to this clip of Fauci. Listen to this.
But she's had the flu for 14 days. Should she get a flu shot?
Well, no. If she got the flu for 14 days, she's as protected as anybody can be, because the best vaccination is to get infected yourself.
And
so
she should not get it?
If she really has the flu, she definitely doesn't need a flu vaccine. If she really has the flu,
she should not get it again.
No, she doesn't need it, because it's the most potent vaccination is getting infected yourself.
Do you think that's where they came up with the name flip-flopping Fauci?
That was how many years? 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
So there's a flashback for you. So is he right? Because if he's right, then we've got questions. And if he's wrong, then we really have questions, because he lasted 20 years plus after that fact. So somebody's lying, somebody's telling the truth, somebody's stretching the truth. There's a lot there. And of course, like we said before, you know, you saw this, a lot of people did, and they understood what was happening here.
You know, there was what's really become more alarming, and this should be what everyone should be afraid about, is that I didn't realize it then. In March, I knew this was a sham, and I was reaching out to Rick Scott, and I was saying, we have to get a hold of Trump. We have to tell him that this is a sham. And I was uncertain whether Trump really knew what was going on. But now, after talking to Michael Caputo, that was head of Health and Human Services under Trump, we had Secretary of State Pompeo. I was able to spend an hour and a half with him the other day, riding in the Secret Service car to Fort Myers. And what I'm finding out from everyone I'm talking to, I actually had lunch with Rudy Giuliani about 10 days ago. But President Trump knew in March of 2020, this is the crazy thing, he knew in 2020 March that ivermectin would cure this whole thing, and that we would not need any vaccine or any shutdown. But he was actually impotent as the President of the United States to get the word out, because of Fauci had so much power within the NIH and within the CDC and within the FDA, and these doctors had that much power that he couldn't make any progress. And he actually tried, because he knew that he was actually aware that the ivermectin was so effective, and then that the hydroxychloroquine was not quite as effective. With the hydroxychloroquine, you had to be taking it almost as a preventative to really help you. If you were really ill, it didn't help. And we couldn't have talked about this earlier on. I think now that we can talk about it openly. I think you get shut down if you were talking about this a year ago.
You'd be surprised. You're
right?
Still.
but this is the crazy thing, is that he came out and talked about the hydroxychloroquine because he knew that they would likely do something, destroy the doses or make it hard to get, and they did. And if you read the book, The Real Anthony Fauci, written by actually a lifetime liberal, Bobby Kennedy Jr., he explains all that. And I hope that people, if they haven't read it yet, get out there and pay attention, because he's a lawyer, and everything he put in there was factual information. And that book is actually one of the top best. It's one of the best-selling nonfiction books in the country. But you won't guess it by going into Barnes & Noble, because you have to request it.
Yeah. Alfie Oakes is here joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road. A big morning we've got ahead of us. We're going to give details coming up in just a second. But, we talked about this the other day, the feckless Joe Biden and this administration, and the things that we are seeing and witnessing, whether it is what they're doing with inflation, and what they're doing with fuel prices and energy, and the things that are happening, that we are all seeing that this is not something that is happening by accident or on accident. It is something that is purposeful, and we know the direction. But we also understand a couple of other things that we talked about that I would like you to explain, because just the other day I was trying to explain to everybody what is going on with food and this conversation that people are having about food security and the concerns globally about what is going on with food. And there are people that are saying, like Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum, who is bringing this up constantly. And remember, the constant bringing up of this issue is really about a reset, is about saying, listen, if you're desperate enough, we have the answer. Always remember that all the things that are going on and are taking place and how tyranny works is, listen, the pain can go away. This can all disappear if you just do what we tell you to do. And so we have to make it so painful for you that ultimately you're going to look to somebody to fix it. Now, when it comes to food insecurities and the discussion about what is happening, can you explain to everybody with farmers and farming and how this works and the concerns that you have and maybe other people have about where we're getting our food, how we're going to be able to supply in this situation right now in the world that we live in with everything that is happening, inflationary, supply chain, and the like?
Yeah, so I'd like to say, first of all, and I can talk about it for hours, but the inflation that we're seeing with farm input costs is not trending with regular inflation right now. It is so much higher. It's so alarmingly higher that you know that there's something going on, something that's not right, something that doesn't make sense. And I'll give you a few examples. So we use we have 3,000 acres, and we use plastic mulch. And what it is, it's rolls of plastic that the tractor puts out over the beds, and it always trends. The prices trend with the price of a barrel of oil. So there was times when a barrel of oil was at $105, $110 back previously, and our plastic, the roll, would cost about $105. Last year, because it was fairly inexpensive oil about a year and 2 months ago, I bought ahead because I knew that we were going to have Sleepy Joe at the wheel and that the oil prices were likely to go higher. So I bought for our farm, we bought ahead. We bought about $4.5 million worth of plastic, and that's enough to get us through this season.
Yeah.
We paid $87 a roll for the plastic, and I thought no matter what, it's a good buy because likely it's going to be $100, $105, $110. So we've had enough to plant this whole entire year. The price for next year, I bet you can't guess what the price is for plastic next year.
I couldn't even imagine.
$320. $320. It's a 400% increase.
Wow.
So it makes no sense. There's really no logic to it. Our seed costs right now are 150 to 200% increase over last year. Fertilizer is 200 to 300% increase, and at least I can understand the fertilizer because I know a lot of the derivatives where the fertilizer comes from are actually coming from China and some from the Ukraine, and it's a worldwide market. So even if it doesn't come directly here, if there's a shortage, then it's a world supply and demand market.
Sure.
But the specific prices on every single item, no matter what it is going up, and then fuel being another one. So for the first time in my farming career, so I guess not the first time. I started farming when I was 19 years old, and I've started farming in a big way. Had a really good year, and in 3 years went bust all. I lost the money back, and then I got out of farming for 17 years, and about 12 years ago got back into farming, and I started farming about 50 acres, and then we've grown ever since. And about 6 years ago, we got the threshold up to 3,000 acres here, and we've been at 3,000 acres for the last 6 years, and we've never ever since I started farming 12 years ago ever backed up. This year coming forward, we have made a decision that we're going from 3,000 acres to 500, and the reason is we cannot afford to lose that much money at the farm. Now, don't be alarmed. We're going to have plenty of food, even for all my Florida customers and for our stores, but we're going to be cutting out. We're going to be cutting out all the customers that we've traditionally sold that are up in New England and New York and Philadelphia, because there's really, with these input costs, it doesn't make any financial sense. And I can only imagine what kind of money we're going to be paying for product. And I'm not trying to scare people, but we're going to see food prices next quarter, quarter four of this year, and next year like we've never seen before.
Yeah, and so suffice to say that when you look at how everything is coming together, there's two things to remember, and one of them is that how everything goes together. When the fuel prices go up, and then the cost to our farmers, and the cost to trucking and moving all of this, and everything else that is going to go up, knowing that this doesn't have to be. This doesn't have to be the case. We already know about energy independence and how we were able to do that and how we were able to be a supplier and how there are people that are beholden to countries that don't exactly love them and definitely don't love us. And that doesn't have to be the case, that we can supply the world. We can continue to do that, bring those prices down, which will ultimately help here. But then the other part of it is that this is, and you can't help but believe, and we've got about a minute, Alfie, so if you want to comment on this, that ultimately this is the plan. This is what they're doing. This is a planned out situation.
It's a very intentional plan. We've seen the prices go up, not on things that don't make sense. On the wood stakes, wood market went up, but it went back down. Farming, the stakes that we plant, everything are up 300 or 400%. So all these things are happening for a reason. There's powers at play that are causing it to happen, and we know that the way that you control a society is you control it with food. And you know, if you go back to China or Russia or Venezuela or Cuba, a lot of times they used to go and they used to put a bullet in the farmer's head, and they would control the food supply to get the control of the people. This is kind of a metaphorically way of controlling the farmers by driving them out of business, and it's definitely happened. It's happening for a purpose. And the American people have not seen the cost of food yet, because there's a lot of places like Walmart and these big chain stores that are under contracts for food, but those contracts are getting ready to end, and their suppliers, because we were just at some food shows buying ahead for the next year, and the price we're paying for food is much, much higher than what we're even selling it for right now, what we're going to be paying for next quarter. And I think the American people are going to be surprised what's, you know, obviously everyone has $100 or more a week going out of their bank account for gas.
Yeah.
Wait till that same thing starts happening for food, and we start crushing the economy.
All right, Alfie Oakes here, everybody. And on a good note, we are so happy to be here today honoring two World War II veterans that are turning 100 years old today. This is going to be incredible.
That's such an honor. I mean, that's the great thing, the patriotism that we've seen in Southwest Florida collectively. It's been amazing. We've done so many amazing things with the veterans, and this is such an honor. These 200-year-old veterans are going to be coming in. I understand that. Are they in the police escort?
Oh, we're going to be escorting. We got all kinds of surprises outside as they arrive that we're going to talk about. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
That's going to be awesome.
The community coming together. Alfie Oakes joining us this morning on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, live from Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. Let's take a break. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
5 Fox News. Right all along.
You're clear. Hey, it's former White House press secretary for President Trump, Newsmax TV host and author of the new book, Radical Nation, Sean Spicer. I'm coming to Southwest Florida and hope to see you at the Silver Spot Cinema in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. It's going to be a fun meet and greet atmosphere during this VIP-only event. Tickets are $99, and that includes a signed copy of my new book, Radical Nation. Plus, you're going to receive a photo and full VIP access. Join us in Naples, April 20th at 5 p.m. Get your tickets today. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Dr. Shane Walker here at Thrive Chiropractic and host of the Wellness Hour on 92.5 Fox News for nearly 20 years. And let's face it, many of us are really stressed right now, and that is creating an increase in the number of folks who are dealing with neck pain, headaches, tension across the upper mid-back, anxiety and nervousness. And if you haven't experienced the release of tension that a chiropractic adjustment can produce within your nervous system, go to thrivenaples.com. That's Thrive, Thrive, Naples.com for a special offer. That's thrivenaples.com.
At Rock Solid Countertops and More, $9.99 gets it done. Does that include full installation? For a limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99 installed. And get a free sink plus Rock Solid's 100% price guarantee. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So if I want the best deal in Southwest Florida for countertops, come see Hugo and his team in Naples. And now in Port Charlotte, 4135 Tamiami Trail, where $9.99 gets it done.
Hey, Dave, got your AC on?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, blowing hot over here.
Don't tell me.
Already told you.
But I fixed this myself last week.
You can fix air conditioning?
I have tools. I know things.
I know it's too hot in here.
Oh, my wife is going to lose it.
Dave.
She thinks I'm handy. When she learns the truth,
Dave.
she'll wonder why she married me in the first place. Only a matter of time until she leaves me for someone with a bigger toolbox.
Dave, so what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Well, I make one call. Someone comes and gets the AC running cold. My family thinks I did it myself.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have so many specialized technicians, they even have a tried-to-fix-the-AC-yourself expert.
Really?
Nobody needs to know how handy you really are.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
Cool air. Now that's more like it.
Our little secret?
Our little secret.
Meet my sidekick.
Howdy, I'm Ellie Q.
Ellie Q is amazing. She's a friendly companion that checks up on me, helps me video chat with family, and orders me Uber rides.
Wanna do some yoga?
She even helps me keep active. There's so many ways she brightens my day. See for yourself at elleq.com.
Your daughter just sent us photos from Becky's recital.
Oh, let's take a look.
Call 844-944-ELLI or visit ELLIQ.com to learn more.
Attention Medicare recipients. My name is Todd Van Owen. I live, work, play, and volunteer here in our community. New to Medicare, the area, have questions about Medicare Advantage plans, supplements, prescription drug coverage? Need a primary care doctor or specialist? Call me, Todd, 896-3100. Unlike football and TV personalities claiming to know Medicare, I've got over 20 years of local experience educating and enrolling folks in Medicare plans. Call me, Todd, at 896-3100. That's 896-3100.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking about my friends at Amco of Bonita Springs, 992-2626. It's 992-2626. Whatever is going on with your vehicle, they will fix it and fix it right. They are a great conservative business. And I can tell you they have a great local reputation for doing good work, and they also have an awesome customer base. It's been established over the past 13 years. So give them a call at 239-992-2626 so you can arrange to meet with them. Let them know you heard about it right here on 92.5 Fox News and Drew Steele. By the way, talk about great conservatives. They've built the American Spirit Movement, a place where conservative consumers and businesses can connect in 5 critical areas. You know, you've got your vote, but you also have your wallet, the cash register, supporting conservative businesses. So go to the American Spirit Marketplace. You can keep conservative dollars in conservative pockets, block by block, city by city, states by state. We're going to build this up. Go to the American Spirit Movement website at americanspiritmovement.com. It's more than a conservative movement. It's a conservative awakening.
This Fox Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Skippy is recalling tons of peanut butter over concerns some 60,000 jars may contain fragments of stainless steel from a piece of manufacturing equipment. The outcome of the union election at Amazon's warehouse in Bessemer, Alabama was so close, it will likely be decided by the 416 challenged ballots. Meantime, the count of votes on Staten Island, New York may wrap up today. Stocks fell yesterday, wrapping up their worst quarter in 2 years as investors focused on the war in Ukraine and rising interest rates. The 3 major benchmark indexes all lost 1.5%. For the Dow, that was 550 points. And U.S. crude fell below $100 a barrel in overnight trading. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. Our team is expanding as we grow, and we're looking for a few good people. We're taking applications right now for air conditioning installers, air conditioning helpers, the service mechanic department, our sales team, and we have a few spots open in our apprentice program, where we will take a novice person with no training, put them with a supervisor for a 6-month training program. This will require a commitment to the company. So if you feel you could be one of the best, apply in person at 4697 Elevation Way in Fort Myers. We're just off Martin Luther King Boulevard in the Benchmark Industrial Park. You can call us at 239-482-1542 for directions. If you want to be one of the best, come join us at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look! An emu wearing sunglasses!
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
It takes courage to talk with that someone special when there are problems in the bedroom. Erectile dysfunction, or PE, can shatter your confidence and make your relationship challenging. You can put an end to these issues. Have the courage to make just one confidential visit to the Fort Myers Men's Clinic and get that spark back in your relationship. The doctors at the Fort Myers Men's Clinic offer the latest solutions for all ED and PE issues, and you'll see results in your first visit, or there's no charge. Call 239-317-7777 to meet with their licensed providers, no matter your age or your conditions. Diabetes, high blood pressure, prostate cancer, low testosterone causing your issue. It doesn't matter. They can help. Call the Fort Myers Men's Clinic at 239-317-7777. That's 317-7777 or online at fortmyersmensclinic.com. Have the courage to take that first step. Fort Myers Men's Clinic, your key to a better life.
At Wink News, they think a little differently than you might be used to in times like these. When you need to know what's going on, you need the news, not the opinion. At Wink, they know you're smart enough to draw your own conclusions. That's why Wink News makes this promise to you. Be first with news that you need to know. Be fair. Earn your trust on every story. Be everywhere news breaks in Southwest Florida. Wink News. First, fair. Everywhere.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, we are live at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in beautiful Naples. We are here for the first Friday of the month. Each and every month we get a chance to do it. It's always awesome to be out here live with you, get a chance to see you. And hopefully we will see you coming out here this morning. I'm getting word from Rick Wabi that they are on their way. Our 2 World War II veterans getting ready to turn 100 years of age, and they're getting everything set. They're on their way down. They are excited. Bill Workman and George Farises, and I guess that means that they're going to know that there's going to be a whole lot of folks here to see them. Turn the radio down, Rick. But anyway, listen, the excitement that we all have here this morning, and hopefully you will make your way down here. And like I said, I know for some, if you're in certain areas of Southwest Florida, it might be a little bit of a trek, but it'll be worth it, I promise. That it's going to be great that we have true patriots here in Southwest Florida who get it, who understand the sacrifice and the service of our veterans. And certainly when we talk about World War II veterans and some of the things that you will hear this morning, the stories that they have, these 2 gentlemen have, certainly are worthy of listening to and honoring and being here to shake their hands and to just say thank you. And not only that, to celebrate their birthdays. Not every day that not 1 but 2 people, just a day or 2 apart, having their 100th birthday. Only in Southwest Florida would that happen, I would like to believe. So, again, a big thanks to everybody who is here and making their way here this morning to Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. Certainly it's going to be a great morning. So we'll talk about that more coming up in just a bit. Matt Caldwell is going to join us at 7:05 because we're going to go over a couple of things that are happening here in the state of Florida, including the electoral maps here in the state, where there's going to be a second bit of session coming up in the next couple of weeks to decide what's going on with these maps. Is the governor not too pleased? The just the back and forth that we'll talk about coming up, and what these maps should look like. By the way, speaking of electoral maps and some people that have been accused of gerrymandering, a big, huge victory that I heard about just before I went to bed last night. Somebody texted me, and I want to see if I can find this exact tweet that was sent to me. Excuse me, a text that was sent to me. And it had to do with a tweet that came out yesterday. And apparently, a little bit of a surprise, shock. Can't believe that this is happening. Here it is. I'll just read what the Republicans had to say about the state of New York. Now, you can imagine, if you're a Republican in the state of New York, you're probably thinking to yourself, I live on this little bitty island, and I'm not talking about the island of Manhattan, I'm talking about Republicans. You think to yourself, man, there's got to be a lot of Democrats. There's a lot of juice when you talk about the Democrat Party in New York, and how we have the free state of Florida here, and a great legislature and governor, and how we need to strengthen Republican support here in the state. Red states need to be even more red than they are, and as you probably will hear, and if you didn't know, I guess the numbers now are over 100,000 plus more people registered as Republicans over Democrats. It was the first time that it flipped, more Republicans than Democrats in the state registered Republicans. Then it was like a couple of months ago, it was like 50,000. Now it's over 100,000 plus more Republicans than Democrats in the state of Florida. That's something to cheer and clap about. That is a good thing, everybody. So let me read this. Okay, you ready? Here you go. This was a surprise to everybody, and somebody said, you want to look at this? I'll just read the tweet. Republicans have won the New York redistricting lawsuit. All three of the legislature's maps have been struck down as illegal Democrat gerrymandering, and they have 12 days to redraw. A stunner, as the judge initially said it was too late to order a 22 redraw. So that is a huge, that's New York, everybody. That's New York State, where they're like, the judge is like, yeah, I know we're kind of close to 22, and it looks as if you tried to sneak it in at the last minute, but hold on a second, we got some problems here. So that's kind of a big deal, and just the fact that there are Republicans that are winning even at a court level cases that have to do with anything that would do that would have to do with Republicans versus Democrats and the politics that are at play, and the fact that in a state like New York there's a victory like this, there is hope. There's absolutely hope. So that was just an aside and something I just wanted to put out there. Now, speaking of some things that, so we'll talk to Matt Caldwell about that this morning. We'll get into maps here in the state. We're going to talk about other things that are going on here in the state of Florida. There's a lot of things that are going on. I don't know, does anybody really want to talk about Disney? Do we want to bring Disney back up again? Do we want to have that conversation? Yeah, you know. Listen, there are people, boycott Disney was one of the big hashtags on Twitter. There are people who really honestly believe that, listen, Disney's lost its way. There are a lot of people that may look at this and say, well, it is what it is, that this was just something that was inevitable. But just because people say things like that doesn't mean you don't have to push back, or you shouldn't push back, or you shouldn't say, listen, I can speak with my dollars. I can speak with my feet. I have the opportunity to stop things from happening, especially in my own sphere. Look, if I don't go, if I'm not there, then I'm not supporting, and that's a good thing. And ultimately, you hope that people will see and feel that and understand that the American people have a different idea than maybe you do. And that brings us to the President of the United States, and that's Joe Biden. Joe Biden, who somehow, some way, is able to get through each and every day and make it to this fake stage that they have. Has anybody noticed that? Is it really weird that every time Joe Biden is speaking, it's from this kind of fake stage with the walls and the window, where it's like an LED screen in the window there, and somehow it's like, oh, look, everybody, it's snowing outside. And it's like, no, it's not. It's like 55 degrees. What are you talking about the snow? That kind of fake facade. It just seems weird that there's this whole thing going on. But Joe Biden dealing with gas prices, yesterday, a little bit of that discussion. And talking about the release of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, 1 million barrels a day for 180 days to lower prices. Now, I'm just wondering, does anybody think that that's a good move or a bad move? It's probably not it's a bad move. And everybody knows it. And so why is it that this is something that this president feels like he needs to do? Oh, let's hear a little bit of what he had to say yesterday. Let's get into this. All right, here's a little bit.
It's also a moment of patriotism. I want to acknowledge those companies that have already announced they're increasing immediate production. They're investing money to produce more oil and also clean technology we need to reduce our dependence on oil in the future. They have everything they need, nothing standing in their way. And they've indicated they will be producing an extra 1 million barrels of oil per day.
Wait. So while announcing restrictions on oil production, gas, and the like, the President of the United States is saying American energy companies have nothing standing in their way to get out there and bring more into the pipe. How many people actually believe that? So you're going to put restrictions on on oil and gas, but somehow he's saying, hey, listen, you guys got everything you need, right? No, they actually don't have everything they need. When the talk comes about leases, and listen, we got 9,000 plus leases out there. They can do anything they want. Well, there's a lot to leases. And, number one would be that not every lease is profitable. And so some of them that are out there are not being used because they don't want to be used because they've discovered that maybe there's not a good enough resource there to go to, number one. Number two, when you're talking about leases and land and the president and Jen Psaki want you to believe that American energy companies have the ability to go drill or go do whatever they want. The other thing is that you have to figure out how you're going to build infrastructure to get to these specific locations. If you think about it, it's not like they're right down the street. It's like, oh, we got roads and we got bridges and we've got infrastructure. No, sometimes they're in very desolate, isolated places. You have to be willing to spend the money to build the infrastructure to get to those places, the second thing. And then the third thing is money. You got to have the money. And here's the dirty little secret. And it's not really a dirty little secret, but it is kind of something that needs to be said multiple times because apparently it's not getting through the leftist brain, and it's this. People are being denied, companies are being denied the ability to get the funding that is needed to be able to do any of this. It's the kind of thing that we see with ESG scores, and people are starting to realize and see that now more than ever, where there's companies that will say, hey, listen, we're not really excited about the fact that if we're fighting climate change and you're a company that is one that is going to be burning fossil fuels or creating fossil fuels or pulling fossil fuels, not creating fossil fuels, but getting the resources from the ground, and ultimately that's going to be bad for the environment, then yeah, we're not going to give you the money. Because the whole idea is do you see where I'm going with this? That's exactly what they're doing. They've been doing it. So that's a big part of this as well, but they don't like to necessarily tell you about that. And the president wants to double and triple down on it.
Ultimately, we and the whole world need to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels altogether. We need to choose long-term security over energy and climate vulnerability. We need to double down on our commitment to clean energy and tackling the climate crisis.
Now, can I just ask a question about the climate crisis? We got to tackle the climate crisis. We got to do something about the crisis that is the climate. I'm not sure how many people feel like we're in a crisis yet, a climate crisis. But, there are people that I do know that feel like there's a crisis in their pocketbook. They're not able to pay for the things that they need. When it comes to inflation, the costs are through the roof. When it comes to fuel prices and the concerns as well about the safety and security of their family and a lot of other things, I'm trying to weigh the two. Like if I had a scale and I said, you know what? I need to right this minute, back the President of the United States and really have everything in my household be concerned about climate. And then on this side is a hand that says, I can't eat. I'm not sure if my kid's going to have shoes next week. And I got a couple of questions about the education of my kids as well. And, and being able to take them back and forth because of fuel prices. I'm just wondering which one. Am I really concerned about the polar bear that's standing someplace in Antarctica and just standing around there where there's an image of him floating around on a big piece of ice, and maybe it's a little, when you see the pictures, maybe it's not exactly everything that it's shown to be. Oh, or am I concerned about feeding my kids? I'm not sure. I'm just putting that out there. There might be a little bit of something that says, can we focus on this part right here first? You know, it's almost like the discussion about immigration that we're going to get to as well this morning. Well, we may get to it because there are a lot of people that are starting to see more and more about how ending Title 42. We talked about it just the other day. We had Congressman Byron Donalds on with us yesterday. We talked about the border. We had a gentleman on from the Heritage Foundation talking about it as well just the other day. We had Federation for Immigration Reform on with us as well, talking about the border and Title 42 and ending Title 42 and how people are saying, listen, if we stop doing this Trump-era policy, so already the word Trump is in there, so you know that the left hates this, right? So if Donald Trump says everybody should wear a blue jacket today, everybody on the left is going to wear a black jacket. Just because Trump said that the color should be blue. It doesn't, if the sky is blue and Trump says the sky is blue, somehow some knucklehead's going to come along and say, no, it looks a little orangey to me today, just because it's Trump. So a Trump-era policy, obviously with COVID, and listen, on the border, we have the right to, when illegals come to the border, we got to turn them around and send them back, okay? And so now people are making the case, well, we're not in a pandemic anymore, so we should get rid of Title 42, which really the left wants to do, and Democrats want to do this because they do want open borders. They do want people rushing the borders, and the numbers right now that we're talking about are up to, and they're saying within a matter of weeks, we could see 500,000 people within weeks crossing our border. You think 2 million is a lot a year? Just wait, you ain't seen nothing yet. And that there are people that want to do this. And you look at our southern border and you say, all right, just like with the climate change issue as the president was talking about, you got a climate crisis. We really got to focus on this. Yeah, you know what? I really need to feed my kids, and I'm really concerned about gas prices, and I really have to do this. This is really what I'm concerned about more than this. Well, it's the same thing with immigration. When we talk about what we need to do, we certainly need to lock down the border. We certainly needed that wall. Donald Trump was right the whole time, and what we needed to do along the border, he was absolutely right. And if we don't have a sovereign border, then we don't have a sovereign nation. If we don't have a border that is secure, then how are we going to have a sovereign nation? You might say that there are some people that don't have a problem with that because that's part of a plan, but that's for another time. But then there is this other issue where there are people that are saying, on the one hand, well, why don't we come up with this magical, mystical deal that everybody can agree with on immigration? Listen, we will lock down the border as much as you've ever seen in the past, and you'll never see anything like this in the future. I'm telling you, we're gonna wall up. We're gonna have drones. We're gonna have those cool dogs that don't have a head there with the crazy legs from Boston Dynamics that are gonna be marching around where you're like, this is super creepy, but we're safe. We're gonna have everything. Whatever you want, balloons, we'll do whatever you need, okay? We're going to have an unbelievably secure southern border. And then what we'll do is we'll have a good pathway to some citizenship here. We'll get some citizens here. We'll do the right thing, okay? You have that on the one hand, and then you have another side that's like, hey, if my roof is leaking, do I buy all brand new furniture and a new carpet, or do I fix the roof before I start spending money inside of my house? It sounds to me like maybe we should secure the border first. Once you do that and you prove to me that you're going to do that, then I may be able to talk to you about something else, because I kind of see what you all do. You kind of make big promises, and you say you're going to do all these things, the people on the left, and even some Republicans, if we're going to be honest, and then you kind of go back on it because you really never had any intention on doing my part of it. You really only wanted your part. Does that make sense to everybody? Does everybody understand what I'm talking about? I'm not crazy, right? All right, so there's a spattering of applause. Hey, by the way, before I keep doing this, did you know, Jake, come here. Ladies and gentlemen, what a special day as well. Jake the Millennial is here live. This is Jake. Did you know that? All right. I figured this was a good way to give me a break from talking because I feel like I was talking too much, and so
Okay.
Which is really funny talking too much. That's my job. All right. How are you?
I'm all right.
Are you excited to be here?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Now that I got some coffee.
All right. Now, because you got the coffee, now you feel like you're up. You look good. You wore a college shirt, which is good.
I did. It's not buttoned up all the way, but it's
No,
all right.
it shouldn't be. Do you have a bow tie? You said something about a bow tie.
I do have a bow tie, but I'm not wearing it.
You did bring a bow tie. All right. Well,
if I don't fall out of my chair.
Well, don't fall out of your chair. All right. If you're watching at drewsteele.com, you're witnessing something that I didn't think would happen.
It's a bow tie I got to wear to my sister's wedding, but my shirt was so tight I couldn't button it at the wedding, so I didn't wear the bow tie.
Can I just say something? My baby boy is growing up. Would you look at this? It's not a snap-on. That's a good thing. It's not a snap. I thought it was going to be a snap-on. Oh well, no. This is kind of how they work. No. It's not no. We're talking about there's ones that you snap on. Anyway, so here is what you do. You come here this morning. You'll get to see Jake the Millennial live, which in and of itself may be something. But even more than that is the fact that in just a little while from now, they are on their way in about an hour or less. We've got not one, but two World War II veterans turning 100 years of age. And this is going to be amazing, everybody, to see them here. Bill Workman and George Farises are going to be here in just a little bit. And we're going to hear stories, and we're going to get to shake the hands of heroes in living history. And it's just going to be a special morning. So we're looking forward to seeing you here. Please, if you have an opportunity, we humbly ask that you'd come down to Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road here in Naples. We would love to see you here this morning and honor these heroes, our veterans, as we are getting excited. We're just a little while away from that. We'll have more details coming up. Let's take a break. Live from Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
You're clear.
All
It's Drew
along.
Steele, and get ready. We are proud to welcome former White House press secretary, Newsmax TV host, and author of the new book, Radical Nation, Sean Spicer. He's going to be here live with us at the Silver Spot Cinema at Mercado in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. What a great event. Every ticket is a VIP ticket. That's right, a meet and greet with Sean Spicer. Included with that is a signed copy of Sean's new book. Plus, you're going to get a photo and full access to Sean Spicer. Wednesday, April 20th, starting at 5 p.m. Check out 925foxnews.com for your details. To purchase tickets right now.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, managing partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Being involved in a legal dispute can leave you feeling like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Understanding the law and the rules of evidence can mean the difference between winning or losing your case. If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and you know and I know that finding a doctor is one of the most important decisions that you can make in your life for you and your family. And you want to find somebody that's going to promote patient interaction and advocacy above all else. That's why I love Dr. Svetlana Kogan. She's my doctor, and I'm just telling you, it's that personal interaction, that one-on-one, the time that she spends, the huge amount of time going into details like nothing I've ever seen. And it's that connection that means so much to me. She's got a calming demeanor that'll help you if you've got anxiety about maybe issues that are going on in your life, but you need somebody in your life that you can trust, a physician that will listen. And here's the best part. She'll meet with you face to face anytime you need her, no matter where you are. You've got direct contact and complete access to Dr. Kogan. And that's why I love Dr. Svetlana Kogan. Find out more about her practice on 5th Avenue South by going to customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com.
As a great poet once wrote, choosing one path over another makes all the difference. Now consider that each space reimagined by Closet Factory brims with features, each of which reflect a choice made to make things more efficient. The result? A room built of dozens of good choices that, by design, don't just keep things in your home more organized, but in living with it makes you more organized. designed and engineered for a better you. That's how we build it at Closet Factory and ClosetFactory.com.
Lusk, Drasites, and Telesano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Telesano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit LDTlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Telesano. LDTlaw.com.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
It's Rockstar Harley's pre-owned spring clearance sale this week. Hundreds of Harleys tagged with liquidation pricing. Take $2,000, $4,000, even $6,000 at Rockstar Harley's pre-owned spring clearance sale. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, it's not a problem. Rockstar Harley is accepting 100% of all credit applications. The owner says 50 used bikes must go this week because we need to make room for the new 2022s. Don't need perfect credit, don't need cash down payment. Rockstar Harley-Davidson is part of the #1 volume Harley dealer in Florida. Pre-owned spring clearance sale is this Sunday.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career, including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East, would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Keeping you in the right lane for your drive home. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Ukrainian forces take back 2 more villages from the Russians. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Near Chernihiv, one of the cities Russia was supposedly pulling back from, but shelling there continues, and around Kyiv.
We continue to fight until the end, until we have the strength and opportunities so that there are no more monsters left on our land.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. Russia's again blocking buses in and out of the bombed-out city of Mariupol today after taking food and aid that was being bussed in to trapped civilians who have no power or heat or water. Russia's backed out of Chernobyl, site of the world's worst nuclear disaster in 1986.
Russian forces leaving the heavily contaminated site more than a month after taking it over. Ukraine's state power company says the pullout came after Russian soldiers received, quote, significant doses of radiation. It reportedly happened as they dug trenches within the plant's exclusion zone.
Fox's Griff Jenkins in Lviv. President Biden, who's blamed a record gas price spike on Russia's leader, says his plan to release oil from the U.S. Strategic Reserve will bring prices down.
I'm talking matter of, I think, days and weeks. But it's hard to tell.
The president will release 1 million barrels a day for 6 months. Republican Senate leader Mitch McConnell tells Fox that's 5% of U.S. consumption.
Like dropping a pebble in the ocean, it's going to have almost no impact.
A sheriff's deputy went grocery shopping with his wife is dead. Shot last night after Darren Almendarez witnessed a theft in the parking lot and intervened.
We're tired of this crime in our community. We're tired that people aren't even safe to go out to the grocery store.
Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, 2 suspects injured in the gunfight are in custody. A police officer was killed in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, responding to a domestic disturbance. 2 other cops were shot and wounded, one critically. The gunman was killed in return fire. A Bluffton, Ohio police officer was run over and killed, putting down strip sticks, trying to stop a car in a high-speed chase. 3 suspects in custody. America's listening to Fox News.
This Fox News update is presented by Freedom Dental of Fort Myers. Online at freedomdentalftmyers.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Watching a crash with injuries coming out of Port Charlotte at El Jobin Road and Nettle Road. This is just north of the El Jobin Fishing Pier. There is some roadblock reported in the northbound left lane, and it is causing some northbound delays. Not bad yet, but it could pick up as traffic moves on throughout the morning, especially being so close to that bridge area. Elsewhere in Charlotte County, 41 showing a few slowdowns in the southbound direction as you pass Tucker's Grade Boulevard, south of South Punta Gorda Heights there. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Warm and windy for today as temperatures continue to climb into the upper 80s and lower 90s under a mix of sun and clouds. Winds will be kicking up out of the south and west by this afternoon at 15 to 25 miles per hour, sustained. Look for gusts up to and over 30 miles per hour for today. We stay dry into your Thursday evening, but we will start to see a few showers work their way in by.
Does 92.5 Fox News have a live stream? You bet. Go to rightallalong.net.
Hey, it's former White House press secretary for President Trump, Newsmax TV host and author of the new book, Radical Nation, Sean Spicer. I'm coming to Southwest Florida and hope to see you at the Silver Spot Cinema in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. It's going to be a fun meet and greet atmosphere during this VIP-only event. Tickets are $99, and that includes a signed copy of my new book, Radical Nation. Plus, you're going to receive a photo and full VIP access. Join us in Naples, April 20th at 5 p.m. Get your tickets today. Looking forward to seeing you there.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Ceiling fans are a great way for you and your family to keep cool, but sometimes they just don't work right. Well, don't get overheated. Call the pros. Trust the Mr. Sparky team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. Call now for $77 off any repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Hi, Dan Martineau. When it rains in Florida, it really pours. Home without gutters can cause soil, landscape erosion, and potential foundation damage. D.R. Martineau will install new 6 or 7-inch seamless gutters and downspouts. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau. We could fly to such great heights.
With MSC Cruises, a world of discovery awaits. And now you can set sail with free balcony upgrades to enjoy those ultimate ocean views. Plus, kids sail free, so gather the group. And rest easy with flexible booking changes. Discover the Caribbean and the Bahamas, including Ocean Key, our award-winning private island. Only the sea offers you so much. Only MSC Cruises offers you so much more. To book, call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Ty Lassiter, CEO and managing partner of Key City Capital. And we have been actively investing in strong cash flowing real estate right here in South Florida for over 10 years. And if you're like us, you're looking to achieve strong investment returns in your portfolio, but you definitely don't want to take aggressive risks. Well, Key City Capital was founded to achieve this goal, and we have done that since inception. For over 10 years, we have generated safe, secure, consistent double-digit returns for our investors without risking a penny of their principal. And we can do that for you too.
Call Key City Capital today to reserve a spot for our next dinner event. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. You've heard how much I love my art supports from the Good Feet store. Now I want you to hear from someone else.
Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Caton. I decided to get my own art supports, and I absolutely love them.
Visit the Good Feet store and take back your life.
American-made plantation shutters for you. Your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed. Built to last forever. Call for a free consultation. Discounts for military and first responders. If you support Biden or the 2020 election results, don't call Call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
All right, here we go.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
You're live.
Thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
We are live at Oaks Farm Seed the Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road right here in Naples. And we've got a great crowd already this morning ready to go. We got a great crowd hanging out with us here at Oaks Farm Seed the Table. As we lost. Did we lose the speaker? All right. Well, we'll have to get that back up in just a bit. Did a plug go down? All right. We'll get that happening coming up. Of course, we are here live at Oaks Farm Seed the Table. We would love for you to come and join us as we've got a lot going on this morning, as we have not one but two World War II veterans that are making their way here to Oaks Farm Seed the Table, getting ready to turn 100 years old. All right, now you guys can hear us. All right, Oaks Farm Seed the Table. There you go. All right, I don't know. Somebody accidentally unplugged the plug. Is that what happened? Yeah, we got Jake is taking care of it. All right, everybody was panicked, like we can't hear anything. All right, we're here, no problem. All right, so Oaks Farm Seed the Table, you know how amazing it is here, from all the fresh baked products to the amazing produce to just everything that you can possibly imagine here, including liberty and freedom. That's right, in the great free state of Florida, Oaks Farm Seed the Table. So come visit this morning and hang out with us, as we have just in a little while from now. I just got word from our friend Rick Wabi that Bill Workman and George Farises, they are getting ready to leave to make their way down here. And before they get here, I understand there's a big surprise outside. So I'm going to have to ask that everybody goes outside to check out what's going on. It's going to be pretty awesome. We got a lot of people hanging out here who want to support our veterans, World War II veterans, these two gentlemen that are turning 100 years of age. It's going to be something special that we've got coming up in just a bit. So I want you to stay tuned for that. We'll give you more details coming up. But in the meantime, there's a lot of other things that are going on, some things happening here in the state of Florida. So I thought I would bring on with us Matt Caldwell, who's joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Matt Caldwell, to talk a little bit about some of the things happening here in the state. Good morning, Matt. How are you, sir?
Doing great, Drew. Sounds like you got quite the crowd there today.
Yes, we got a huge crowd here, and it's only going to build as the morning progresses, as we're getting ready for Bill and George to show up, and it's going to be pretty exciting. As you can imagine, we got cake, we got cupcakes, we got patriotic Americans here that are ready to support our veterans that are making their way here. So it's going to be awesome. All right, well, let's talk about this, Matt. A couple of things I wanted to mention about the state of Florida. So a lot of people are asking me what's going on with this veto, DeSantis vetoing this congressional map. And I guess we're going to see a special session coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yep, the governor vetoed the congressional maps that the House and Senate passed a few weeks ago, and has called them back for special April 19th. And as of yet, we don't know of any new agreement, which is always interesting when you're headed towards a session on one topic and don't know what the outcome's going to be. But look, this is as political as it gets. Congressional map drawing doesn't have any rules like you and I are used to in any other part of legislation. Congressional maps end up being litigated all over the country every 10 years, and it's basically like a new whiteboard each time you come up through the cycle. And the governor here has taken a strong position. He wants to be as aggressive as possible to draw a map that favors Republican candidates. And ultimately, he has the veto pen. He has the power of this process, and he's going to push hard for what he wants to get here.
Well, Matt, you know what a lot of people say about congressional maps and mapping out and what states do, because right away people will look and say, well, on one side, they'll say, good for the governor. The governor wants to have even more of a map that is representative of how the vote has been going on, the registration has been going on in the state of Florida. There's no doubt about it. And so he wants to see a map that to the victors get the spoils, if you will, and that we should be able to have this map look the way that the voters want. And then you have the other side that are saying, well, wait a minute, the word gerrymandering comes up, and how dare you do this, and you're not allowed to, and what you're trying to do is exclude people. We see what you're doing, so which one is it?
Well, it's not really either of those, as much as it's really a fight over the best outcome, like you say, for the victor in this case. Look, here's the real moral hazard, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, the courts get to review this. So whatever gets passed, whether it takes the governor's hardline position of a map with 20 Republican districts, or you go towards the House and Senate proposal, which is somewhere between 14 and 16 districts, the court is ultimately the one that has a say-so. And the problem is there's no guarantee whether it's the state Supreme Court, which, yes, we have a majority of conservatives appointed there in the last several years, but at the U.S. Supreme Court, they don't necessarily have to give it back to the legislature if they say, hey, you did this wrong. They might draw their own map. That has happened before in this state. It happened 10 years ago with the current congressional map. The state Supreme Court drew it instead of our elected representatives, and it happens all over the country. And you end up with congressional races that change. We may run under this map in 22 and 24, and by the time litigation gets done, you got a new map in 26. So it's confusing to the voters. It really undermines the process. And that's the core of the argument is House and Senate leadership negotiating with the governor over what's going to happen with the map we pass, the three of us collectively. Is it going to stand up, or are we going to have to be in litigation for the next 6 years and then throw it all out anyway?
Yeah. Matt Caldwell joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. I know that many people are really, really worried, are really, really concerned about Governor DeSantis's chances to be victorious in 22. I can't even say it with a straight face. He's going to destroy. Anyway, just having said that, there are some people on the Democrat side that are picking up some support. I just saw in Florida politics saying, if you're looking for a left-leaning stuff, you can always go. Did I say that? Yeah, I guess kind of. It's our own little left-leaning website here in the state, Florida politics. I said it. It's true. I mean, it is. That's what it is. It's okay. It says here, Communications Workers Union endorses Charlie Crist for governor. There you go. Oh, the Charlie Crist has the Communications Workers Union. You know what that means? That means he's off to victories. I don't know what it means, but I guess it means that Charlie Crist got support from somebody. Is that? Yeah.
Well, listen, the chameleon has long since changed his stripes, and he's embraced groups and organizations. For those of us that remember when he used to claim to be a Republican, it's still jarring.
Yeah.
But he's on his way to a victory in his Democratic primary over Annette Taddeo and Nikki Fried, and this is another sign of it when the institutional groups that define the Democratic primary are lining up behind Charlie. It's really kind of clearing the decks in that race. But look, that's great. As you point out, Ron DeSantis is in the best shape of any governor standing for re-election in the country. Whoever the Democrats end up nominating, likely Charlie Crist, I think Ron's going to wipe the floor with them this cycle. The leadership that Ron and the Republican Party has shown through the pandemic of keeping Florida open and making us the destination for freedom, not only in the country but in the entire world, has inured to the party's benefit, and it's going to show up in those results come November.
I wonder what's going to end up happening with the Democrat Party after. I mean, listen, we all feel confident. There's no doubt that in 22 we feel confident. 24, we're feeling pretty confident right now. Everybody hates to think that we have to go through a feckless administration, a dangerous administration, Joe Biden, that we have to go through all of this pain and this hurt in order for people to wake up and understand that there's one way of doing business and then there's another way of doing business. And maybe mean tweets aren't so bad when things are going really well. I'm just putting that out there. But that ultimately you're going to have to figure out in the state of Florida as a Democrat, like where are they going? Maybe they need Debbie Wasserman Schultz. That's it. We need more DWS. That's the problem. We don't have enough Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Like, I wonder where does the party go? As long as everything goes the way we believe, and you can't be complacent, you got to fight as if you're behind, and you got to get out there and help the campaign, and you got to help to support Republicans, and you got to help to support conservatives. Maybe I should say that. You got to help support conservatives in the state of Florida, because there are some that would like you to believe that they're conservative, but maybe not. So, but I wonder what the Democrat Party ends up doing after all of this is said and done.
Well, that's a great point. It is a challenge for them when their party positions run counter to what the majority of Floridians want. And ultimately, their opportunity is something you and I might not see coming. Remember, before COVID, the 2020 election was looking like the same kind of romp for Donald Trump. The economy was roaring. He had accomplished more, frankly, than we could have ever dreamed of when he was elected in 2016. And yet, COVID came out of nowhere. And ultimately, that is the challenge that made it even possible for the Democrats to challenge him, regardless of what actually happened in November of 20. And so you sit here today with Ron DeSantis and the entire Republican ticket on top of the world. It is the unknown thing that is the Democrats' chance. And they lay out there, they do exist. We have to, as you point out, work hard to support conservatives. That means don't just take it easy and put your feet up. If you care about the outcome of these elections and how they affect your pocketbook and your kids and the future of Florida, then you need to be putting your energy and your money where your mouth is and helping those candidates win and ensuring that they're the ones who get to make those choices when the hard times come.
Yeah, and I'm even right now just looking at Keith Flaw, who's here, Florida Citizens Alliance, who does great work and is on the front lines of making sure that we hold people accountable, that we talk about the legislature and the things that need to be done to protect children, and also when we're talking about specifically parents and even what's going on with education, Matt. And you can mention this before we go, because this is a very important point. We're starting to see a lot of what is happening with the push, the transgender push that is going on right now with this administration. The president saying some things yesterday about, well, I don't even want to get into the details right at this moment, but I will say that some of the things that he was suggesting about what we should glorify and what we should celebrate are things that others might call abuse. You could even call it child abuse. Some of the things that are going on necessarily with our education, and when you're talking about kids, the idea that if you get them early, why is it that Democrats are so into free pre-K? Why is it that they want universal pre-K? It's not because they want to have a bunch of places where we could babysit so you all can go out and work hard to make a tax. Well, there's that. But there's also the idea that if we've got your kids, and we've got your kids. You know what I'm saying? And so really, in the battle of everything that we have going on, I might say that even with inflation, even with fuel prices where they are right now, even with the concerns about food insecurities and prices that are coming down the line, and a couple of things that we see on a daily basis that are depressing, the one thing I think is the most important and the biggest battle, and I'll say it, is the culture war for our kids. I think that's where the battle lies. And listen, if they win that battle, it's lost. If they win the kids, it's lost.
No question about it. And so the easy, like the side piece of that is, yeah, get involved in your school board races. We've talked about that. People understand that. You have got to, as we were just talking about, support with your energy and your funds the candidates that are going to fix these school boards. But it's more than just the school boards. That's ultimately just a symptom of that movement that you're talking about. It is a war for our culture, and it is incompatible for those of us who believe in the strength of the family, who believe that children should be raised up in the way that their parents want them to be raised up, that there is an entire counterculture working against us in that effort. You look at the things that have been said recently at Disney by the Disney CEO, and then this week what was said, captured in a video conference by their content creator, that everything about that movement, about the people that are running some of our longest existing institutions, things that we used to be able to take for granted as supporting and magnifying our cultural positions, are now working against us. And not just in a way that maybe, that I suspect that. No, they are saying it out loud, that they reject our traditional culture, the one that each one of us values with our family unit, where the kids are learning what's important from their mom and their dad. And we're going to have to stand up and say, enough. We're not going to let that happen to our children and to our country.
Yep, and the two things you have are, well, you have the power to make a difference by not spending the money there and not going, and you also have the power, hopefully, that is starting to happen that we're seeing, which is alternatives and an alternative economy that's going on right now and other places that you can go. And we can create that. We can create all of these things to make a difference, and there are a lot of people who are prepared to do it. I wonder if Elon Musk is going to buy Twitter. I don't know if he will, but boy, it's. But even when you have Elon Musk who's like, I'm going to launch a rocket and send it back, and I'm going to buy Twitter because there's no free speech here. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, both. He can do the rocket thing and also, the free speech idea. But, if people think that we have free speech right now and we haven't lost it yet, in a couple of ways we have. But it doesn't mean we can't get it back, especially when we have patriots who are willing to do the right thing, who understand what tyranny looks like, who understand what liberty looks like. And if you live in the free state of Florida, you certainly understand that. And the idea that there are people that we can look to and learn from and celebrate, like Bill and George, our two 100-year-old World War II veterans who are making their way right here, right now, that we're going to celebrate them. All right, Matt Caldwell, I appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for taking a few minutes. All the best. We'll see you soon, okay?
Always a pleasure, Drew.
All right, Matt Caldwell, everybody. Give him a nice round of applause there. Matt Caldwell. All right. Yes, we are super excited. We're going to be talking to Rick Wabi in just a little bit. Yeah, I got to get that thing plugged in just a bit. So we will do that. Reminder that you've got plenty of time to come on down here to Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road, as we have got cake, we got cupcakes. We are going to celebrate the lives of these two gentlemen, Bill Workman and George Farises, here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. Two veterans that just happen to be, believe it or not, turning 100 years of age, like just a couple of days apart. We're going to find out specifically all about that and learn more about them. And again, shake the hand of history right here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. Coming up at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. More details coming up on that in just a bit. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
Trust.
All along.
It's the
You're clear.
solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look! An emu wearing sunglasses!
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes, like finally getting your closet organized. Or fixing your water heater so you can enjoy warm, steamy showers. Oh, yeah. Do something great today by calling Plumbing Today to take care of all your plumbing needs. Right now, get our 93 free drain clearing and get the best from today.
Call today, plumbing today, plumbingtoday.biz.
Visit plumbingtoday.biz to book an appointment.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready. We are proud to welcome former White House press secretary, Newsmax TV host, and author of the new book, Radical Nation, Sean Spicer. He's going to be here live with us at the Silver Spot Cinema at Mercado in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. What a great event. Every ticket is a VIP ticket. That's right, a meet and greet with Sean Spicer. Included with that is a signed copy of Sean's new book. Plus, you're going to get a photo and full access to Sean Spicer. Wednesday, April 20th, starting at 5 p.m. Check out 925foxnews.com for your details to purchase tickets right now.
Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses. So get Comcast Business Security Edge on the largest, fastest, reliable network with speeds up to 10 gigs to the most small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Comcast Business Internet required. Other restrictions apply.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, do you suffer with chronic knee pain? If you answered yes, then you may be eligible for a breakthrough treatment covered by Medicare at little to absolutely no cost to you. At Optimal Health Clinic, our experienced medical team uses state-of-the-art motion X-ray that helps pinpoint the real source of your pain and in most cases avoid painful knee surgery. This breakthrough solution stimulates your knees to produce more of their own lubricating joint fluid with an FDA-cleared treatment. You heard that right. A safe, clinically effective option that helps to restore your knees. These minimally invasive injections are performed under precision image guidance to ensure that we reach the right location with pinpoint accuracy. Call Optimal Health Clinic today to schedule your free, no-obligation knee pain consultation. 239-317-7240. That's 239-317-7240. Call today for your pain-free tomorrow. 239-317-7240.
With PatriotSoftware.com. Accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. I started my first business in the basement of a factory over 30 years ago. We had no heat and no air conditioning. Instead of customers, our office visitors were rats, birds, flies, and snakes. Our office flooded often, and we used blankets as our office walls. We were broke and needed customers. Years later, I formed my fifth successful business, Patriot Software, which has attracted tens of thousands of customers with our easy accounting and payroll software used by accountants and non-accountants alike. Go to patriotsoftware.com, use promo code RADIO, and get 2 months of accounting and payroll software free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
Accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Watching 3 crashes in 3 of our counties at this hour. One crash starting off in Collier County at I-75 southbound near exit 111 near Mockley Road. It looks like that scene has mostly cleared, but there is still a lot of congestion heading in the southbound direction of the interstate towards Immokalee Road. Also in Lee County, watching a crash with injuries on Palomino Lane and Daniels Parkway. And then in Port Charlotte, watching that crash still with injuries on El Jobin Road and Nettle Road is causing some backups in the northbound direction on El Jobin Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain and thunderstorms return today as a frontal boundary approaches from the north. This will keep our rain chance mainly north of the river for today. Look for higher chances for rain. Focus in DeSoto and Charlotte County. Elsewhere, a little bit drier with lower rain chances and a mostly cloudy sky. All of us warm and humid today ahead of that front as we climb to 87 degrees. A few showers will be a possibility as we head into tonight and Saturday morning, with some fog to kick off your Saturday as well. Another batch of rain and thunderstorms moves through late Saturday into Saturday evening and Saturday night, where we'll have to monitor the potential of seeing some strong severe storms. Look for a high of 89 degrees for your Saturday, more isolated storms on tap for Sunday with a high of 86 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program, which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Lusk Dray Sites in Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk Dray Sites in Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk Dray Sites in Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high rate credit cards, car loans, or other high interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right, whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-4.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, we're live. Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road right here in Naples. So glad that you're joining us today. Oaks Farm, locally owned by the great Alfie Oaks. Seed to Table has it all, 9 different spots throughout the store. You can order hot food, enjoy it right here, take it to go, all made fresh right here at Seed to Table. Sushi, pasta, pizza, hot sandwiches, tacos, salads, subs, organic foods. Enjoy the freshest juice or smoothies from the juice bar. And if you're coming to join us on the show this morning, of course, you can enjoy fresh ground coffee, breakfast, and cake, because we will have not one but 2 World War II veterans that are going to be joining us this morning that are both going to be turning 100 years of age. How about that, everybody? Come on. George and Bill, I can't wait to see them here, and we are going to honor them. And we just thought when we heard the news, we're just like, you know what? We're going to be here at Seed the Table. It would be awesome if everybody would show up here and we would just be able to shake a hand and say thank you and celebrate their birthday and maybe hear a little bit about them, too. You know, they've got an incredible story. So we're going to hear about that coming up this morning as well in just a bit. So we touch on some other topics that are going on right now and keeping an eye on the news. Some of the things that are happening. We've got Nancy Pelosi, who's talking about nothing to worry about. Everything is good. We are going to do all kinds of stuff when it comes to handling this. What is this? She keeps talking about this. It's the Putin, what is it? The Putin hike, the Putin thing, the Putin something? I don't know. I got to find that audio where she continues to talk about how it's all about Vladimir Putin, and he's the reason why we have the price hikes that we have, and, you know, we've got to do more. Oh, let's see what she has to say here. Nancy Pelosi is talking about high gas prices, and what do we do? Here, listen.
Not allow the fossil fuel industry to use this as an excuse
to reverse everything we're doing to save the planet.
All right, can I just play that again? So this is Nancy Pelosi. This is how Democrats work oftentimes. It seems like when, and you've probably heard this a million times, how many of you have heard the expression that if a Democrat is blaming a Republican for something, that means that the Democrat is actually doing what they're blaming the Republicans for doing, right? You've all heard that before. Okay. So if you've heard that, it would be nice if you had an example of that in practice. Okay, so here's Nancy Pelosi demonstrating that. Listen to what she says. Listen carefully.
But we cannot allow the fossil fuel industry to use this as an excuse to reverse everything we're doing to save the planet.
So Nancy Pelosi is saying that we can't use this crisis that we're having right now to allow the fossil fuel industry to reverse everything that we're doing, which is kind of funny because it's almost as if this administration is doing that exact thing. They're using this crisis that they are manufacturing on their own with when it comes to energy and saying that, you know, we've got to move ahead. We got to have electric vehicles and we're not going to allow this crisis to go to waste. So a little bit of Nancy Pelosi there being hypocritical, right? It's
one of the things I think that the president may say, I don't have this as a fact, is that we will use the Defense Production Act to speed up diversification so that we're not so dependent on oil.
All right, so speeding up diversification. So I just wonder again how that looks, because when you talk about what this administration is allowing American energy to do, you would say it's not very diverse. As a matter of fact, it's like, yeah, no, we don't really want you to do this, but that's okay. So what else is she saying? All right. Oh, how about this little ditty? Let's see what she says here.
We must stop being dependent on energy, not just oil, but other energy products.
Wait, we must stop being dependent on other energy products. You mean like wind and solar, or just? I'm just asking. It's
from Russia.
Okay.
Same thing.
Oh, from Russia.
Here.
Good.
Diversification. So again, we have a short-term problem. We have a long-term opportunity.
We have a short-term problem. We have a long-term opportunity. I wonder what that opportunity looks like.
We must stop being dependent on energy, not just oil, but other energy products from Russia. Same thing here, diversification. So again, we have a short-term problem, we have a long-term opportunity.
All right, so she said it twice. So the long-term opportunity, which you know of, is the opportunity to, of course, make everything happen in this Green New Energy deal, Green New Deal, Green New whatever. All right, so Democrats taking an opportunity that they usually take. All right, so what else do we have here? Here's a little bit of audio. What is this? Is this Nancy Pelosi fact-checking Joe Biden? Did she admit that gas prices started to rise a year ago before Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine? No, she wouldn't do that. Well, maybe accidentally, because when you think about the brain power of Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi together, the brain power is, let's see, you ever see those little sparks? You ever see those things that when you try to light a barbecue and you pull the trigger on it and there's like that little spark that comes out and that's what ignites the gas that's in the thing so you can light the barbecue? You ever see that little spark? I think if you put Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi together, that's the kind of spark that their brain power is together. Here you go.
Gas prices started rising a year ago. So is all of this to blame on Putin, or are there others?
No, partially. I don't say it's all Putin, but it's partially.
What?
That's not what I'm talking about. But anyway.
Okay, so somebody said, well, hold on a second. The prices were going up before Putin did anything, so is it fair to blame Putin for all of the price issues that we're having with food? She goes, yeah, you know, maybe not. Maybe they were going up before. Okay, you got to figure out what it is. But what are we looking at? What kind of spikes are we seeing in prices? They're not good, everybody.
The USDA is warning prices at the grocery store will keep rising. They say overall you could be spending up to 4% more for food by the end of this year. Poultry will see the biggest price hikes, between a 6 to 7% increase. Dairy prices are expected to jump between 4 and 5%.
I mean, the price numbers that we're hearing are scary. And as we talked to Alfie Oakes a little earlier this morning about this very subject, you know, all the things that go into producing the food and then bringing it to table, the issue becomes how all of those parts work together. And if you have the issue of fuel prices, then we know how that affects farmers. Alfie explained it earlier this morning, and the things that they need that have to do with petroleum in order to create the produce that we have and we see all the time, and how these prices are not going anywhere except up, and there's nothing that anybody can do on the left and in the media to try to spin this any more than what it is and the things that we are seeing. So certainly the concerns there. The enthusiasm gap we're hearing from Politico says we've got to stop fooling ourselves. The enthusiasm gap keeps getting worse for Democrats. This is Politico saying this. When a left-leaning website tells you that the enthusiasm gap is getting worse for Democrats, the last time the voter enthusiasm deficit was this wide, Democrats lost more than 60 seats in the House. Can I say that again? There's people. Look at you all applauding. Yeah, that's applaudable. The only reason why I'm laughing is because we're applauding the fact that Democrats are going to lose seats, and they should lose. They should lose on ideology alone. We realize that, right? It's just the ideology alone is what they should lose on. Everything that they do is a losing proposition. That's why there's always these spins and these turns to go after Republicans, to go after Trump, for the president of the United States to start siding with Disney and others when it comes to the LGBTQIA plus minus 3/4. I'm not sure of the numbers. I don't want to leave anybody out. The agenda there that we have people pushing against Ron DeSantis and pushing against the legislature here in Florida on the bill that is the Parental Rights in Education bill, otherwise known as the don't say it thing in Florida, because you don't want to say it because you might get arrested. You never know if you say that word. That all of these policies and all the things that they're siding with, it always seems like Democrats love to jump onto whatever in the moment is going to take your eye off the ball over here, which is, man, I can't pay bills. Man, I'm having a hard time getting gas and filling up my tank and looking at that and feeling good about it. Man, the price of the things that we buy each and every day are through the roof, and they don't want you to see that. So when they see an opportunity like this, don't say, you know what, it is not bill, and they can jump on that and make that a focus, they're going to do that all day long, because as you hear, the enthusiasm gap is getting worse. At the end of October, Republicans held a 11 percentage point advantage in voter enthusiasm. By January, that margin ticked up to 14 points. Now, according to the most recent NBC News poll, it swelled to 17, a massive advantage that has foreshadowed devastating losses in Congress in prior years for Democrats. And collectively, we all said, or not. That's okay. I could be on my own when I do that. That's all right. I had one person in the front. Okay, good. But we're all, we're not feeling bad for that. So we have those numbers there. What else are we hearing about? Oh, something else. I played the Fauci audio earlier, and for those of you that missed it, it was Dr. Fauci not too long ago on C-SPAN, who wanted to let everybody know that when it comes to the natural immunity, it is the best kind of vaccine, better than any vaccine that can be manufactured. How do I know? Because he said it, right?
But she's had the flu for 14 days. Should she get a flu shot?
Well, no. If she got the flu for 14 days, she's as protected as anybody can be, because the best vaccination is to get infected yourself.
And so she should not get it?
If she really has the flu, she definitely doesn't need a flu vaccine. If she really has the flu,
she should not get it again.
No, she doesn't need it, because it's the most potent vaccination is getting infected yourself.
Now that's somebody who brought that. I know it's somebody who brought that up on Twitter. It was a post millennial who put that out back in, I don't know how many, it looks like about 20 years ago when Dr. Fauci, the Fauci said, yeah, natural immunity, it's the best vaccination is to get infected yourself, which is really weird because that seems to be different than what everybody has been talking about lately, with Fauci even yesterday saying we may have to go back to mask mandates and other kinds of mandates, and things may have to turn around because, maybe, and we need more money, and so do I, and I'm not going anywhere. But there was this story, and it goes back to what Politico just said. So Politico has a story about this deficit that is going on right now with Democrats and how awful it looks, and how there are people saying we have to stop fooling ourselves that the enthusiasm gap is getting worse for Democrats, because Democrats are awful. They stink. Their policies stink. It's bad, okay? So we know that. So why would a left-leaning website put that out? The only thing that you can think of is they would do that because they're trying to get people amped up. Well, if the enthusiasm is bad and things are going down the tubes, then maybe if we talk about it, people will get upset. Well, everything's tangible now, right? It's kind of different. You can't get upset. You don't have the boogeyman like Trump in the office anymore, so you can't use that. COVID's going away, so you can't use that. It's like, where are you going to go? What's the next big crisis that you're going to use when everybody is feeling what is happening in their lives with this administration? Now you have Vanity Fair, which, interestingly enough, puts out their own article. I just played the Fauci audio, where Vanity Fair, another huge left-leaning website, says this shouldn't happen inside the virus-hunting nonprofit at the center of the lab leak controversy. What? So Vanity Fair says, chasing scientific renown, grant dollars, and approval from Dr. Anthony Fauci, Peter Daszak transformed the environmental nonprofit EcoHealth Alliance into a government-funded sponsor of risky, cutting-edge virus research in both the U.S. and Wuhan, China, drawing on more than 100,000 leaked documents, which, by the way, these documents have been out for a very, 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 very long time. They're just saying that they're leaked now all of a sudden. A Vanity Fair investigation shows how an organization dedicated to preventing the next pandemic found itself suspected of helping start one. Wait, whoa, wait a minute. So why is it you have Politico that's saying things are looking really bad for Democrats? It's really getting desperate, and people are starting to realize it. And you have Vanity Fair, who all of a sudden is deciding to say, hey, all the things that we've known about before, about the questions of Dr. Fauci and Peter Daszak at EcoHealth and the money, the funding, tax dollars, the funding of labs in places like China, and how Fauci was like, how dare you say that about me? But now Vanity Fair is like, no, it looks like you guys did this. There's still a lot of credible questions that have not been answered, said one person, and with no overwhelming evidence in either direction, puzzled why it's necessary to push in one direction. In other words, why is it that there's this claim of natural origin that they want to push, but all the evidence would say the contrary, and Vanity Fair wants to break this open? Excuse me. Why all of a sudden are they doing this? And you feel like a lot of times that it's Democrats that are trying to get ahead of the news cycle, that something is coming, something is happening, something bad is getting ready to drop for Democrats. Maybe it's Hunter Biden, maybe it's the laptop, maybe it's more information about the laptop. So now they're starting to tease a little information out on liberal websites to kind of say, yeah, we kind of knew this. Yeah, we just discovered this. Yeah, we're kind of seeing now that maybe things weren't as advertised before. And when it comes to Hunter's laptop, yeah, there's some stuff there, and yeah, Hunter's guilty, and yeah, this, and yeah, that, and so let's blunt all of this information because something's getting ready to drop. Now, I don't know if that's the case, excuse me, but it sure feels like something's afoot. So we'll find out more about that as time goes on. Something else we're going to find out more as time goes on in just a couple of more minutes, as we are live at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. And I got to drink, hold on a second, let me just take a sip of this. Excuse me, because I'm coughing. We are getting excited because we're just minutes away from something that we've been talking about now for the better part of this week, and how earlier on in the week, as I was talking to some people, Rick Wabi in particular, about Honor Flight, and how this year, finally, in the next couple of weeks, excuse me, that Honor Flight will be flying once again, everybody. Honor Flight will be flying once again. We will be going to Washington, D.C., so that our heroes, our veterans from World War II and Korea and Vietnam, will have another opportunity to go and visit their memorials there in Washington, D.C. They will be flying once again, and it's been a long time since we've been able to have that return home moment. And if you've all been to an Honor Flight return home at the airport, you know how emotional it is. You know how spectacular it is, life-changing in a lot of ways that it is, that we haven't had in a long time as those veterans come back and we make the procession comes through and everybody lines up and we get to cheer them and shake their hand and honor them. And it's been a long time since we've been able to do that. So I said, when I found out about George and Bill, two World War II veterans getting ready to turn 100 years of age, that we should do something special here on this Friday at Oaks Farm Seed to Table, and we are doing just that. So hopefully you're on your way down here. They are on their way down here, and we are going to sing happy birthday. We are going to salute the flag. We are going to honor them. We are going to honor our heroes, our living history right before us, and we're going to talk about their stories and so much more together live at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. We'll be back in just a bit, and when we come back, we're going to come back with our heroes on the way. Stay Break 92.5 Fox News right all along. Let's find out what's going on with traffic right now. Here's Taylor Wirtz.
If you're out on I-75 this morning, only spots you need to watch out for is those regular trouble spots in the southbound direction. Past Corkscrew Road throughout the Estero area. Then you get some relief once you hit Bonita Beach Road headed southbound. Still watching a crash in Lehigh Acres, Shawnee Road and State Road 82. And then in Port Charlotte, still watching traffic stacking up after a crash with injuries on El Jobin Road and Kettle Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
We'll look for the return of some isolated rain and thunderstorms today, mainly focused for our northern areas north of the Caloosahatchee River. Charlotte, DeSoto counties will have the better chances. Otherwise, a mostly cloudy sky, warm and humid today with highs back to 87 degrees. We'll see additional rounds of scattered rain and thunderstorms arrive, especially for late Saturday, where we'll have to monitor the potential of seeing some strong severe storms with a high of 89 degrees for tomorrow. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All
Spend time
along.
and money on spring break and enjoying the outdoors and save on your insurance. Hi, this is Brian Chapman at Chapman Insurance Group. Now is the time for spring cleaning. Cleaning up your policies and finding savings where you can. If spring means a move, a new car, or new drivers hitting the road, then consider us for help reevaluating coverage and costs. At Chapman Insurance Group, we can save you money for the same or better insurance coverage. Visit CIGFlorida.com, Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. CIGFlorida.com.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Honey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool. These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home. Or get a $49 preseason tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
I love Cool Today.
Call it today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Hello, folks. This is Representative Bob Rommel with another Florida update. This week, gender identity politics took some strange turns. First, a man claiming to be a woman is smashing all records in women's swimming. Then yesterday, Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson said she could not define what it meant to be a woman. Just a few weeks ago, we representatives passed a simple bill to keep children safe. It stated that for children in kindergarten through third grade, a teacher or counselor could not talk to them about gender identity or sex education without first informing the parents. Liberal celebrities across the country attacked us for being hateful, but this isn't hate, it's just common sense. NIA will always put parents and the safety of their children first. Florida, we trust parents and no income tax. Let's keep it that way. Paid by me, Bob Rommel, Republican for State Representative.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report. Skippy is recalling tons of peanut butter over concerns some 60,000 jars may contain fragments of stainless steel from a piece of manufacturing equipment. The outcome of the union election at Amazon's warehouse in Bessemer, Alabama was so close, it will likely be decided by the 416 challenged ballots. Meantime, the count of votes on Staten Island, New York may wrap up today. Stocks fell yesterday, wrapping up their worst quarter in 2 years as investors focused on the war in Ukraine and rising interest rates. The three major benchmark indexes all lost 1.5%. For the Dow, that was 550 points. And U.S. crude fell below $100 a barrel in overnight trading. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
From Drew to Trey and all through the day, we get it right from morning till night. Drew Steele gets you up on the right side of the bed with live and local talk every morning starting at 6. Then it's Glenn Beck at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at noon, Sean Hannity at 3, and Trey Radel with The Drive at 5. From Drew to Trey and all through the day, we get it right from morning till night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Smart homeowners know that proper maintenance of their home's AC can save a bundle in the long run. Trust our comfort specialists at 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating to keep your AC running strong. A proactive tune-up can actually help your AC run more efficiently and save you money on your electric bill. Call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay it time. Always on time or you don't pay it time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Ever feel like investment and retirement planning is one gigantic game of whack-a-mole? Up pops market volatility, a virus, a war. It goes on, and frankly, it can be a little exhausting. Tired of playing games on the way to retirement? It's time for Wealth Metric from Annex Wealth Management. More than a portfolio review, it addresses your investment, retirement, and tax plan to help achieve the retirement you desire. Visit AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button. Know the difference. Annex Wealth Management.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
Hey everybody, Dr. Amy here, your favorite chiropractor. We're back for your daily dose of Did You Know Chiropractic can help with that. And today we're going to talk about knee pain and arthritis. Specifically, I want to tell you about Susie. When I met Susie, she had constant knee pain that was limiting her activity and had even started to limit her ability to walk. And she was told it was arthritis. She actually believed the doctors when they told her it was arthritis because she had previously broken her kneecap. So when I did my full evaluation for subluxation, I took x-rays of her knees and it showed no arthritis. We were able to trace it all the way back to her spine, and the x-rays revealed a curve in her low back. And that curve in her low back is exactly what was causing the knee pain. So through my scoliosis protocol, we were able to correct that curve. And it might seem like a small thing to you, but Susie no longer has knee pain. Are you dealing with knee pain that you can't get rid of and thinking it's just arthritis? It might not be. Call us 239-628-4899. And remember, your power is on.
Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses. So get Comcast Business Security Edge on the largest, fastest, reliable network with speeds up to 10 gigs to the most small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Comcast Business Internet required. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready. We are proud to welcome former White House Press Secretary, Newsmax TV host, and author of the new book, Radical Nation, Sean Spicer. He's going to be here live with us at the Silver Spot Cinema at Mercado in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. What a great event. Every ticket is a VIP ticket. That's right, a meet and greet with Sean Spicer. Included with that is a signed copy of Sean's new book. Plus, you're going to get a photo and full access to Sean Spicer. Wednesday, April 20th, starting at 5 p.m. Check out 925foxnews.com for your details. Purchase tickets right now.
Some Russians are bombing, others are fleeing. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
These people living through hell that happened in that country. It's just heartbreaking for me as a human being.
Congresswoman Victoria Spartz was born in Ukraine, and the Republican still has family there, telling the Fox News Rundown podcast they are near Chernihiv.
And the city of Chernihiv is heroic. They've been standing the ground for weeks now, getting shelled, getting surrounded.
And today, Ukrainian forces took back control of 2 villages near that city as Russia again blocks evacuation of civilians from another bombed-out city, Mariupol. Russian forces have left Chernobyl, site of the world's worst nuclear disaster decades ago.
The defunct nuclear facility was taken by the Russians early on in the invasion. Now, several hundred Russian troops have reportedly been pulled out of Chernobyl, suffering from acute radiation sickness. The Mirror reports the Russian soldiers holders fled and were bused to a medical facility in Belarus.
Fox's Matt Finn. 2 law enforcement officers are dead after gun battles in 2 states. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has a live update.
Dave, Harris County, Texas Sheriff's Deputy Darren Almendarez is being remembered as a warrior who committed his life to public service. He died last night after being shot in a Houston suburb while trying to stop 3 men from stealing the catalytic converter off his truck outside a grocery store. In Pennsylvania, 2 Lebanon City police officers were hurt. 1 was killed during a shooting while they were responding to a domestic disturbance call yesterday afternoon. One of those officers was critically injured, Dave.
Tanya, a police officer in Bluffton, Ohio, was killed, run over by a car. He was laying down strip sticks to stop during a chase. 3 suspects in custody. We'll get an update on the job market later this hour. It's expected to show a little less hiring than in February, but still almost 500,000 jobs created. Economists also predict that the March unemployment rate may have dropped from 3.8% down to 3.7%. America's listening to Fox News.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
You're out on I-75 this morning. Only spots you need to watch out for is those regular trouble spots in the southbound direction. Past Corkscrew Road throughout the Estero area. Then you get some relief once you hit Bonita Beach Road headed southbound. Still watching a crash in Lehigh Acres, Shawnee Road and State Road 82. And then in Port Charlotte, still watching traffic stacking up after a crash with injuries on El Jobin Road and Kettle Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain and thunderstorms return today as a frontal boundary approaches from the north. This will keep our rain chance mainly north of the river for today. Look for higher chances for rain. Focus in DeSoto and Charlotte County. Elsewhere, a little bit drier with lower rain chances and a mostly cloudy sky. All of us warm and humid today ahead of that front as we climb to 87 degrees. A few showers will be a possibility as we head into tonight and Saturday morning, with some fog to kick off your Saturday as well. Another batch of rain and thunderstorms moves through late Saturday into Saturday evening and Saturday night, where we'll have to monitor the potential of seeing some strong to severe storms. Look for a high of 89 degrees for your Saturday. More isolated storms on tap for Sunday with a high of 86 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Bugged by the left? Log on to rightallalong.net, the place to find 92.5 Fox News online.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it. Guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Last year, over 2 million people called us in their time of need. When life changes, clients choose us. When results matter, clients choose us. When the stakes are high with just one shot, clients choose us. From coast to coast, morning, nights, anytime, any day, clients just like you choose Morgan & Morgan. So after an injury, who would you choose? There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
The Pewter Mug North, a Naples tradition serving the best prime rib, steaks, seafood, and cocktails for over 50 years.
All right, everybody that's in the building right now, they are getting ready to pull up right now downstairs. So I didn't know if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you would like to make your way down there to see them as they're coming in, you most certainly can do that. Or just get ready to stand up, because they're going to be making their way into the building in just a couple of minutes. And I
Woodward
guess they've
Piers
got a
in
pretty
Lombardo,
big,
the first established
they got
law
a
firm
fire
on
truck
Marco Island,
outside.
is
They got a pretty big
celebrating
entrance
50
going
years of
on. So if you
providing
want to
legal
check that out
services
outside
throughout
and
Collier
snap some
County, with
photos,
offices in
you most
Naples
certainly
and
can do
Marco.
that and then make
A
your
lot
way up
has
during the
changed in
broadcast.
50
But they're
years,
getting ready to
what
walk
hasn't
in right now,
changed
just
is
so
the
you know.
common sense approach to the law the attorneys of Woodward, Piers, and Lombardo have built their practice upon. Putting you first in their priority, whether they're advising you on business decisions, designing your estate plan, guiding you through divorce and litigation, or representation in zoning, permitting, and land use with counties and cities to overseeing your next real estate transaction. Woodward, Piers, and Lombardo, first for 50 years in serving Collier County with quality, effective, and efficient legal representation, working with individuals, businesses, and local governments in an array of legal matters. Woodward, Piers, and Lombardo, with locations in Naples and Marco Island. For more information, visit their all-new website at WPL-legal.com. That's WPL-legal.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Ceiling fans are a great way for you and your family to keep cool.
Hey, if Alfie Oakes is around, could he come upstairs? I want to put you on the air, Alfie, if you're around. Alfie Oakes, if you're anywhere near the microphone upstairs, can you make your way upstairs? Thank you. I feel like I'm... Attention shoppers. If you see Alfie Oakes, tell Alfie Oakes to come up here.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
Thank you for giving us the voice.
for being out there helping keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
Your support for
your
veterans.
educating us,
Standing up for conservatism.
giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
All right, everybody, we are live at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples as we are getting ready to honor two World War II veterans in just a minute. This is going to be exciting. We've got a big crowd here, and as they are getting ready to pull in right now. And so in case you're in the area, Naples, and you would like to stop by, certainly if you're making your way down, you've got plenty of time to come on down and say hi, say happy birthday, and honor George and Bill, two veterans of World War II getting ready to turn 100 years of age. And this morning we are going to celebrate our veterans and celebrate them for sure. First of all, a big thank you to the bakery right here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We've got cake and we've got the cupcakes, thanks to them. And by the way, just to let you know, if you're getting ready for your weekend shopping, you got a lot to do. We'll make sure you make your way here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. And you know, it's unlike any... Oh, did I just hear something? All right, hold on a second. Unlike any place else to shop, one-stop shopping, you've got it all. Farm fresh produce, and also you've got just amazing meats. You got amazing vegetables, fresh baked bread, cookies, pies, cakes, and more. Right here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. And it sounds like they're making their way in. Are they making their way in right now? Yes, they are, ladies and gentlemen. They are making their way into the building right now as we speak. And then they'll make their way upstairs as they are coming in. And I'm just checking everything out as we're seeing everything unfold here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. It's, once again, another special day. And just want to remind everybody of a couple of things as they make their way into the building. We're going to talk to them coming up in just a minute to remember that there are so many veterans right here in Southwest Florida, that we are blessed to have so many of our heroes that do live here. And may I encourage everybody, if you know somebody, a family member, certainly to make it known to people that the opportunity to learn more about their service, to learn more about them, is something that is not on this planet for long. And when you have that opportunity, to take that opportunity, certainly with kids, children, to have them to be able to see and talk to them, living history right here. Oh, by the way, VFW Post 7721 right here in Southwest Florida. VFW Post 7721 out of Golden Gate, escorting our guests into the building this morning as they're making their way up here. And can you see them over there? It's hard for me to turn around. I don't have a long enough microphone cable that I can turn around and...
Headed to the elevator.
All right, so they're heading over to the elevator right now, and they're going to make their way up here. And I'm sure once they get out of the elevator, you're going to hear an eruption from the people all upstairs in just a minute. Jake, do you want to sit down and talk for a second? Do you want to get yourself all settled in? Jake the Millennial, who's here. He wore a collared shirt for the occasion, everybody.
Yeah.
So give Jake
I
a little bit of
should
credit.
probably button up one more. You think?
Yes, you should. You should
Yeah.
absolutely do that.
Now it's time to be appropriate.
All right. Well, so everything, they came in
Yes,
perfect.
they came
Everything
in.
was fantastic. And
They were escorted by...
the VFW Post 7721. And it's once again, it's hard to describe how awesome it is to have an opportunity to. Did you get a chance to see them and meet them?
Yes,
You
I did.
Okay, awesome, right?
It's great.
It's pretty unbelievable. Two World War II veterans turning 100 years of age here in Southwest Florida is just something that is it's absolutely spectacular. So you're going to get some cameras and video ready. All right. Once again, we'll talk to them coming up in just a bit. And also a reminder that, as we discussed earlier, that it is great to find out that Honor Flight will be flying once again this month coming up. So that is going to be something very, very special. The opportunity once again to have our veterans head out to Washington, D.C. It's been a while, and every year that goes by, unfortunately, we lose another veteran and an opportunity for them to see their memorials, World War II memorials, Korea, Vietnam, our heroes that we love and respect. And that opportunity. All right, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Here they come into the room right now. Oh, Alfie's helping him in. All right, there you go. You want to grab the camera? Why don't you, Mike Moody, you want to grab the camera? So you can grab the camera so everybody can see. Do you want to come over here and sit down with me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, there they are.
Holy cow.
Bill Workman, George Farisi's here in the building. How awesome is this? You're on, by the way, you're live there, Rick Wabi.
All righty. We made it. What a morning it's been.
It has
God
been,
bless
right?
America.
You better believe it.
The first song I woke up to this morning was God Bless America.
Yes,
that
it was.
so
huh?
beautiful.
What are we going to do right now? Oh, we're going to do that right now? All right, right now, Ian, if you're ready to go, we are going to sing our national anthem in just a second as we stand up and get ready right now to sing our national anthem. So we've got to bring them up here. If we can get someone, let's see if we can get somebody, or grab a mic, just have them. So tell us a little bit more about Rick, about your morning here and getting them here.
Okay, it was really something spectacular. Number one, you worry about everything going wrong, and so far nothing has gone wrong. Coming down 75 was beautiful. These guys, I thought I was going to have to go to George Frazis's window and blow Reveille, but I didn't have to. He was already up. So we all met, and we slowly came down 75 and got to the North Naples Fire Station, where we were greeted by a ton of officers on motorcycles, fire trucks. I mean, we got the firemen all out of bed. We had a beautiful morning taking pictures, and it's just been really something spectacular. What we have here, these are two American heroes. I know you haven't heard that yet today, but both of them are unbelievable. If you want a little description of them, I'll give you a quick one.
Yeah, go. Give us a quick one.
We got George Frazis. George Frazis flew every airplane. He's the guy on the right in the blue jacket. He flew every airplane the Air Force had to throw at him, or I should call it the Army Air Corps. And we do have a little surprise for him today.
Oh, all right.
By the way, I need to ask now while we got it.
Okay.
Is there anybody here? I need an officer with rank, with good rank. You got a lieutenant colonel or a colonel? Okay, I'm going to need to talk to you later on, okay? We got some...
We need your help.
We need your help.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and then we have Bill Weckman, who, and now just listen to this. He's a combat wounded veteran. He fought at the Battle of the Bulge, and he's got a Purple Heart as well as a Bronze Star. Okay? These are your heroes. And again, the reason we don't Specken Sie Deutsch is because of these guys right here.
That's right. All right. Do you want to go grab that, or go over there and, grab that mic and go. We're going to try to bring the mic over to him and see if we can do this right now. So first, George, Rick's going to take that microphone and kind of walk over there, hop on down and grab the mic and bring it over to George right now. Quick, and just, there you go. Rick, just check the mic real fast.
Testing.
You
got anything?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. This is George Frazis, and I'm going to try and get out of his way here, but all morning he was whining about a cup of coffee. Did he get one?
Yeah, finally got one. Who wakes up in the middle of the night? I sleep till 11 o'clock.
Generally, when I call him, if Bonanza's over, then he'll get up.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your Air Force career.
Oh, it's not much of a career. I had the best lifetime of anybody in the Army. I tell you, I did everything that I wanted to do, but I didn't ever have to fight. I didn't have to kill anybody. I didn't do anything. I just went from tavern to tavern.
We called George's rank when he retired from the Army Air Corps. He was a butter bar. You probably know what that is, right? That's a second Louis, second lieutenant.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. You know, one of those guys that walk around with their nose up in the air thinking they're better than a sergeant is.
Watch out. We got a light bird out there. I see him. All right, now, and I'm going to introduce you to Bill Weckman. Will I be able to?
Yeah, we'll. You got enough cable there? Okay, there you go. All right. And we got Bill.
Okay, here's Bill. I'm going to try and get out of your way. Bill, tell us about your... No, just let me ask you a little bit about what you did in London.
Oh, what I did in London, nobody knows.
Wait a minute. So wait, we have a story that maybe we need to not talk about?
I do, unfortunately. I got a letter from London here for you.
Uh-oh, what does it say?
I don't know if you want to open it up and read it.
What does it say?
Can I get somebody to open that?
Yeah, hold on a second. All right, Craig will open that up.
What I did in Paris.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, you said we can't talk about that.
Okay,
No.
so don't talk about Paris. Just talk about London. So what does that say? So he's getting a letter from London that says what?
Oh, well, dancing with ladies and around fun. Yeah, at least.
Okay.
That's find your foxhole. I couldn't go into my foxhole because on Elsinborn Ridge, that's where the blood of the Battle of the Bulge was on.
Yeah.
And I was 2 years ago. I was over there, and they took me to Elsinborg. And I told them I'm going to go out and find my foxhole. And they said, "You can't do that." And I said, "Why?" "This is the firing range for the National Guard, and you can't go out there. That would have been a heck of a thing to get through the Battle of the Bulge and then get shot while I was I was looking at doing everything. So I appreciate all this that we done today, and I'm glad to see you all here. Thank you.
Ah, that is awesome. Rick, tell them about the letter. Explain the letter to everybody.
So let me tell you what they sent him. This is from the London Red Cross. You see, when Bill got to London, he lost his wallet. And so he went to the Red Cross, and they gave him 20 pounds.
I owe him 20 pounds.
So what this is, it's a bill due for 20 pounds. And the reason is for dancing with all the ladies and general all-around fun while he was in London. We won't talk about it. But they did send him a bill when he was in the Battle of the Bulge to his foxhole.
What?
And it said they couldn't find your foxhole in the Ardennes forest.
No, I wasn't in the. I was down there, up on the hill during the Battle of the Bulge. The Germans were over there.
Yeah.
In the woods. We were up there in the snow up to up someplace about belt high.
So
I got a letter from London saying that from the Red Cross. Now, you hear that? Red Cross. They wanted the $20 now. The 20 pounds now.
So he was in a two-man foxhole with 5 men.
Well, yeah, our foxhole, we dug it all night long, and finally, and every day when we dug them, it would have to be dug bigger because we get another guy there help to dig.
And
anyway, I think that time of there was 5 of us in the pool and then when we walked off the front, there was 2 of us left, and then what happened to me, I got out of the infantry and into the cannon company. That's how I finished the war.
That was easy after being at the Battle of the Bulge.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, how does it feel to be 100 years old? What do you
How's
think about
100
that?
feeling?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get George real quick, okay?
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's hear a little bit from George. All right, let's bring the microphone over to George.
How's it feel to be 100, buddy? I got something for you right here.
It's terrible. Except for the lovely people that are present today.
Ah.
So
I usually don't cry about very much, but I tears in my eyes to see this crowd here and appreciate very much what you're doing for us.
All right, well, everybody, there's only one more thing to do before we head off to break here on 92.5 Fox News, and that would be to sing Happy Birthday. So is everybody ready to sing before we go to break? On the count of 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Awesome. All right, you want to do that? We have time to do that right now? Quickly, yes. All right, Rick, let's do this before we go to break. One thing to do, one thing special to do. Check this out. Listen carefully.
George asked me about 6 months ago. He lost all of his World War II things, and the things that he wanted the most was his wings. And he said, do you know where I could find a pair of, Air Force wings, pilot wings? And I said, nah, can't help you there, pal. But I did find a pair, and the lieutenant colonel, we're going to go outside of what is norms for the military, but you're going to pin him today with his wings, okay? These are authentic pilot wings for a World War II pilot. And George is being repinned. It is the real deal. I only have one complaint about the pin. When I was in the service, we had like little stamped out beer can things, right? This thing's sterling silver.
Amazing.
The difference between the butter bars and the stripes.
You better believe it. All
Lieutenant Colonel, this is Lieutenant Colonel Kane from the U.S. Coast Guard. Thank you, sir, for your service. And thank you for pinning George.
Yes. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I never met a colonel that didn't have something to say.
It's such an honor to do this, and I wanted you to know that my first name is George, and my father, who was in the D-Day invasion, his name was George.
So my father's name was also George.
How about that?
Yeah, but wasn't that Washington?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, everybody, we got to run. We got to go to break right now, and let's celebrate and have some cake, everybody, live at Oaks Farm Seed the Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
You're clear.
Hey, it's former White House press secretary for President Trump, Newsmax TV host and author of the new book Radical Nation, Sean Spicer. I'm coming to Southwest Florida and hope to see you at the Silver Spot Cinema in Naples on Wednesday, April 20th. It's going to be a fun meet and greet atmosphere during this VIP-only event. Tickets are $99, and that includes a signed copy of my new book, Radical Nation. Plus, you're going to receive a photo and full VIP access. Join us in Naples, April 20th at 5 p.m. Get your tickets today. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Hi, I'm Stuart Duncan here at Duncan's Diamonds. Did you know that people drive from all over Southwest Florida to save money on diamonds? We have thousands of diamonds in all shapes, all sizes, half carat to 10 carat. Here's Sherilyn to tell you more.
Because we are direct diamond importers, we own one of the largest selections of amazing diamonds here in the United States. Duncan's Diamonds handpicks diamonds from diamond cutters all over the world to ensure you get the best. Also view one of the best previously enjoyed Rolex collections in Southwest Florida. The best selection of the best possible prices.
We want you to find that diamond or previously enjoyed Rolex that you really, really love and save. Come to Duncan's Diamonds today and leave confident you will receive the highest quality at the best possible price.
Duncan's Diamonds. 4 great locations: US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, Naples at Mercado, and Port Charlotte Town Center.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. Our team is expanding as we grow, and we're looking for a few good people. We're taking applications right now for air conditioning installers, air conditioning helpers, the service mechanic department, our sales team, and we have a few spots open in our apprentice program. Well, we will take a novice person with no training, put them with a supervisor for a 6-month training program. This will require a commitment to the company. So if you feel you could be one of the best, apply in person at 4697 Elevation Way in Fort Myers. We're just off Martin Luther King Boulevard in the Benchmark Industrial Park. You can call us at 239-482-1542 for directions. If you want to be one of the best, come join us at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Efforts to get supplies in and people out of Mariupol, Ukraine are again blocked by Russia's military, we're told. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Our city of Mariupol has been under complete blockade for more than 3 weeks already. Without everything, Without life, without food, water, basic medicines, without communications.
Russia claims Ukrainian helicopters attacked an oil depot in Russia. An off-duty deputy is shot and killed in a supermarket parking lot in Houston.
Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says Deputy Darren Almendarez spotted a crime in progress and tried to stop it.
This is a cop that's just out with his family. It could be any one of us.
One of the men shot the deputy as he returned fire, injuring 2 suspects. They're under arrest.
Fox's Carmen Roberts. A 12-year-old boy is shot and killed at his middle school in South Carolina. Another 12-year-old boy is charged with murder. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Give some temporary complete roadblock on State Road 82 near that crash on Shawnee Road with injuries we've been watching. It looks like that scene is starting to clear, but there's a tow truck trying to load up one of those cars right now. And so all cars are at a standstill. I'm sure it'll clear up in a couple minutes, but if you're headed that way, traffic in the westbound direction on 82 towards Gunnery Road, Daniels Parkway at a standstill at this moment. Also still watching the scene of that crash with injuries in Fort Myers on Palmino Lane and Daniels Parkway, causing some east and westbound delays. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain and thunderstorms return today as a frontal boundary approaches from the north. This will keep our rain chance mainly north of the river for today. Look for higher chances for rain. Focus in DeSoto and Charlotte County. Elsewhere, a little bit drier with lower rain chances and a mostly cloudy sky. All of us warm and humid today ahead of that front as we climb to 87 degrees. A few showers will be a possibility as we head into tonight and Saturday morning, with some fog to kick off your Saturday as well. Another batch of rain and thunderstorms moves through late Saturday into Saturday evening and Saturday night, where we'll have to monitor the potential of seeing some strong severe storms. Look for a high of 89 degrees for your Saturday, more isolated storms on tap for Sunday with a high of 86 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News, and we've been right all along.
Hey everybody, Dr. Amy here, your favorite chiropractor. We're back for your daily dose of Did You Know Chiropractic Can Help With That? And today we're going to talk about knee pain and arthritis. Specifically, I want to tell you about Susie. When I met Susie, she had constant knee pain that was limiting her activity and had even started to limit her ability to walk. And she was told it was arthritis. She actually believed the doctors when they told her it was arthritis because she had previously broken her kneecap. So when I did my full evaluation for subluxation, I took x-rays of her knees and it showed no arthritis. We were able to trace it all the way back to her spine, and the x-rays revealed a curve in her low back. And that curve in her low back is exactly what was causing the knee pain. So through my scoliosis protocol, we were able to correct that curve. And it might seem like a small thing to you, but Susie no longer
I just need to know what time it is. I don't need to know how to build a watch.
Thinking it's just arthritis, it might not be. Call us 239-628-4899, and remember, your power is on.
What do you mean?
Discover thousands of dollars in new tax credits with Jackson Hewitt. Get a head start on your taxes. Schedule an appointment with one of their tax pros and learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Hi, I'm Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. You've heard me say we're the working and retired person's country club. This means coming in for a meal, a drink, or with a party, and we will obtain your complete satisfaction with our food, service, and value. We strive for excellence with your service experience and our food. So on the rare occasion we fall short, tell us and we'll fix it. Plus, at Stevie Tomatoes, there are no pretenses, no attitudes, high prices, or rushing you in or out. Come relax, enjoy yourself, and be yourself. At Stevie's, we love meeting the men and women who currently and in the past work hard to make America great. We appreciate their values, honesty, industriousness, and affection for this great country. So head to Stevie's, where we strive for excellence in everything we do. I guarantee it. In Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes, Sports Page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
As a small business owner, your bottom line is always top of mind. So start saving by switching to Comcast Business Mobile. It's a mobile service designed for small business that can save you money with unlimited data for just $24 per line per month for 10 lines. Perfect for any small business looking to grow. Or you can pay by the gig. And with access to millions of Wi-Fi hotspots, you'll pay only for the data you need, with no line fees, activation costs, or term contracts. You can save up to $500 a year on your wireless bill, all on the most reliable 5G network. And it's only available to Comcast Business Internet customers. So boost your business's bottom line with a more reliable, more affordable mobile service by switching to Comcast Business Mobile today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability assessment wins in 2H 2021. Wi-Fi networks not tested. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
It's not often a 25-year-old exceeds everyone's expectations, but FGCU has done just that in our first 25 years. Remember the thrill of Dunk City, the rise of WGCU, being recognized as a top entrepreneurship program, the impact of our water school. If we can build a stronger Southwest Florida in just 25 years, imagine what we'll do with 25 more.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor,
30 seconds.
The advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
All right, we are live at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples, as we are still right now as we speak, honoring George and Bill, our 2 World War II veterans who had turned 100 years old this weekend. We got them cake, a lot of people taking pictures. It's just... it is amazing. We are so excited that we had the opportunity to do this, of course, at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. And Alfie Oaks is the best magic here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table. You know them for their amazingly fresh fruits and vegetables, but of course, you got to check out their Farm Fresh Butcher Shop, Braveheart Angus beef, get some New York strips, bone center cut pork chops, maybe some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Perfect for grilling, and don't forget about the amazing prime rib. Great for entertaining. Captain Jerry's seafood selection has salmon and sea bass and the freshest wild Gulf shrimp. And you can complete it all with all kinds of cheeses and desserts. The best place to be, no doubt about it, is right here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. Mike Opelka is always with us on Fridays, and today would be no exception. And I believe he's joining us right now. Are you there?
I'm here, but why are you bothering spending time with me when you have those 2 heroes there?
That's a good question.
I'm a speed bump in your show today. You should be spending time with those guys, for God's sake.
I know. Well, honestly, they're surrounded. There's so many people around them right now that I have to be honest. It would be hard to get through, and so it's just great that they are special. The VFW 7721 is getting ready to present them right now, as a matter of fact. You're going to do that in just a little bit? Okay, hold on a second. Stand by, Mike. I got a gentleman who's coming up here. Do you want to come over here? Tell everybody, grab a mic here. Stand by, Mike. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to do this real fast. Go ahead and let everybody know who you are first.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll sit down so they can see me on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
Thank you, Drew. My name is Dr. J.B. Holmes. I'm commander of Golden Gate VFW Post 7721. We already presented coins. VFW, thank you very much. We already presented the VFW Challenge coin to our honored veterans today, our heroes, members of the greatest generation. But on behalf of everything that you do for veterans here at Seed to Table, I would also like to present to you, Mr. Steele, one of our Golden Gate VFW Post 7721 Challenge coins.
Oh,
thank you very much for all you
Oh,
do for us every day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate
We
that.
stand on the shoulders of giants.
Thank you so much for that. I cannot tell you what this means to me. Thank you so much. I wasn't ready for, again, don't make me cry. Don't do it. Whew. All right, it's been that kind of day. It's been that kind of day, Mike. It's been that kind of day as we honor heroes. Are
you crying?
Well, you know, look, it's emotional. Here's the thing. You know, with everything that has been going on, and you can speak to this directly, with everything that's going on in the world right now, with all the trouble that we see, with all the bad, with all the wars and the evil and the things that are happening, and people just confused about why we're in this place and in this position globally, and especially in this country. And the things that have been happening with this administration, people get confused. Sometimes we forget that there are heroes that walk among us that aren't going to be with us for very long, who, you know, they are the ones who give us the ability to do what we do. They give us the ability to enjoy all of this. And it is our men and women in the armed forces that are the ones that will continue to protect and serve this country, and will be there when we need them as well. And there's something to be said about not only the past, but the future as well.
Well, you're right. And, of course, I'm going to continue mocking you for crying in public.
Okay,
but you're 100% right
yeah.
about what you said, just because that's the relationship we have.
Yeah, it is. No
But
doubt.
great job. What a great job to honor those people. I can't believe you pulled it off as a surprise.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
nobody keeps a secret these days.
no, it wasn't easy, I can tell you that. All right, so talking about, I was just going to say, like, speaking of keeping secrets, how about Joe Biden? Okay, there's somebody who's making no secret about, look, couldn't we just be honest about something, and you can speak to this as well? Well, we're talking about Joe Biden and this administration and what they're doing. Can they telegraph anything more? I mean, how is it possible that they plan on pulling 1 million barrels in the next 180 days, you know, from the strategic reserves? And not people not say, hold on a second, we got to replace that. Do you realize how expensive it is right now to replace it? The opportunity we had before we did with President Trump, and then ultimately doing the things that we don't have to do under the guise of we're going to bring prices down or we're going to help. It's a temporary fix, but this is like these decisions are horrific. They're just awful decisions that this administration's making right now.
Yeah, they're awful decisions, and it's not just 1 million barrels, it's 1 million barrels a day.
Right.
Which at 6 months is 180 million barrels. That's 30+% of our reserve. And you mentioned it earlier, how are we going to replenish that? Well, remember, Trump tapped into it briefly, and he wanted to replenish what he took out when oil was $40 a barrel, and Chuck Schumer said no, and he blocked it. So what's going to happen in 180 days when oil's $115 a barrel and we want to replenish it? It's going to cost us a bloody fortune. So this just doesn't make any sense, and if it doesn't make any sense, it's because these people are crazy and we have the worst people in charge, and I can't hear you.
Oh, no, I'm here. Oh, no, I'm here. I'm just muting the microphone so that you're able. I didn't know if it was bothering you, what you were hearing in the background. So I'm just trying to be helpful. And in being helpful,
I'm talking to you. Of course I'm bothered. That's every time I talk to you, I'm bothered. That's the deal.
Thank
you. This makes no sense. And for Biden to blame oil companies and say they're not pumping enough, if oil's $115 a barrel and you can sell it and you have it underneath your land, you would sell it. You're not going to wait till it goes down to $40 a barrel. You're going to sell it now. So oil companies are maximizing what they can. The lies that are being spread here are just irritating.
Yeah, and a part of that, too, is something that many people have talked about, which is, listen, the 9,000 leases that are sitting there, and they can take care of this anytime they want to. They can no, it's not that easy. Not only is it the infrastructure in places that are in the middle of nowhere, but it's also the fact that the banks aren't giving them the money. They're just not doing it. And we see all of these things. Even you and I are now starting to see the effects of ESG, of the decisions of climate change corporatists who are making the decisions based on whatever they feel like should be the political whim of the day at our detriment. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're denying us, these corporatists who have made the decision that, listen, whether it's Disney or whether it's others, banks who are just going to say, you know what, if you got a gun, we don't want you to have one. So if you go to get your ammunition, yeah, we're going to deny your card. Hey, you know, if you're going to go, just be prepared for doubling and tripling down, let's say, at a certain theme park with a mouse who's like, what in the world are you people doing? I can only imagine what Walt Disney is thinking right now. Spinning in a grave is something that comes to mind. But again, right, being denied the opportunity to even get the cash to do the things that they're saying that they have the opportunity to do, because they don't.
Yeah, the Disney thing is interesting, and Walt's not spinning in his grave. Let's face it, his head's in a freezer somewhere.
No,
We
it's
all
not.
know
That's
that.
not true. That's a myth.
No, don't wait. If you go to the park ever again, just mention it out loud. You'll be ushered off to the side and told, we don't talk about Mr. Disney that way. But it's just, I try to make light of it because I'll go crazy if I don't. But all of this madness has got to come to the front in November, in the midterm. And I think what we're seeing is Biden delusion syndrome, Democrat delusion syndrome. And yesterday proved it out, and I'm sure you've talked about it, the endorsement of transitioning children and okaying top surgery for young girls who are, they're not old enough to drive, much less old enough to decide if they want a new gender. This is so sad to me, but it's also something, this is a hill worth dying on.
Right.
We have to protect it.
And I wonder, you know, do they see that? Will they ultimately? I guess not. You know, why is it that they are doing this doubling and tripling down? And what the president said yesterday is clearly, well, I guess the only way to explain it would be well, two ways: that they truly believe it, that they truly think that this is what should be done, and then the other side of the coin, which is anything to take the pressure off of this administration for all the things that are going on, whether it's the decisions made or not made with Ukraine and helping to bring weapons. If you like that idea, don't like that idea, the idea is that it's not happening anyway, and whether or not we're supporting them properly, whether or not there's any changes happening with inflation, anything that they're going to be doing about oil prices. So is that part of it? Do you think that that's the biggest impetus? Is look, anything to take the headlines away from, because it's such a big issue for people that they would rather.
This administration works by distraction.
Right.
They were always distracting you, whether it was a new White House dog, a White House cat. You know, yesterday was what, Trans Visibility Day. I
don't even know what that means.
There are 12 separate holidays, and I'm using air quotes around the word holidays, 12 separate holidays marking Lesbian Visibility Day, Pansexual Visibility Day, 12 on the calendar right now. Plus we have Gay Pride Week or month or whatever. It's just too much already.
Yeah.
Let's stop. On all the parades stopped except for veterans. And I want all of this madness, wokeness stopped right now. That's what President Opelka would do.
I didn't know there was the possibility of a President Opelka. But it doesn't But doesn't that speak volumes to where Democrats are? So what we're saying is that this administration, knowing full well that the polling numbers are not on the side of those who are against the parental rights and education bill once you read it and you see what's in it. Democrats in this state, independents across the country, Republicans, all are on the side of what the governor did. And the fact that this administration would double down on that and move that forward shows you that even knowing that, they're willing to throw the politics aside just so that they could distract you from the things that are happening. To me, it's shocking when you actually think of it that way, that they would do something like this. But we move on. All right. Mike Opelka joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, pureopelka.com if you want to visit the website. Some of the other things that are tickling your fancy on this Friday. What else you got for me?
It's not particularly happy news, but I'm really disturbed by the fact that the NIH actually deleted important data about the origins of the Wuhan Red Death, as we like to call it, about the COVID-19. They actually deleted in the summer of 2020 data of the gene sequencing at the Wuhan lab. And so what are we doing? Why? Is that under Fauci's orders? I have to wonder. So I'm still not happy about that. I am happy the missing phone log story, which was just junk from the left side of the media, has been solved, and even CNN has stepped up and said solved. But how can the White House deny, the White House press office deny or claim that Hunter Biden has committed no crimes? That's what they did yesterday. He's committed no crimes. Even if you prosecute him on the gun crime, he should be in jail right now, because you or I would be in jail for lying on a gun check and then throwing it away.
Right. So why do you do that? You do that because if you project that, I guess the assumption is that the media is going to follow along. Like the media is just going to hear what they say and say, okay, that's our marching orders, which is to run with this narrative, and but they can't. Even the New York Times, Washington Post are all starting to admit, they're doing all of this for a reason. Nothing happens in a vacuum. So why is it that now all of a sudden they're admitting to it and some things that we've always known about when it comes to Hunter Biden and the laptop? There's got to be a game here. They don't do it in a vacuum, so what is it?
That's a great question.
And maybe not. You can't. Nobody can answer that question.
Well, the answer is and you said it. They're just doing what they're told. They're taking their marching orders. There are very few independent journalists out there. You look at Fox, and you look at a couple of the others out there actually pushing back, but the overwhelming critical mass of viewers and readers are going to people that are in line or in step with the supporters of the administration and of the party. And I don't think they're going to know what hit them if and when Hunter's ever indicted. And it's going to touch Joe and his brother and his wife. It's everywhere. By the way, did you see Hunter Biden's wife frolicking in Rio?
No. Wait, he has a wife. I didn't even know he had a wife. I don't follow his.
Yeah, he married a very attractive woman, not the mother, not the stripper who had the baby, but he married a woman, and now she's bouncing around the world with Secret Service protection, frolicking on the beach, and we're all here being told he's done nothing wrong. How does he make money, and how does he afford to send his wife frolicking on the beach?
Yeah, that's a very good question, but nobody will ask that question.
No,
or maybe they will.
would.
Nobody will answer the question. Let's put it that way.
That's true.
One more thing before we go. One more parting thought before we head out from Oaks Farm Seed to Table on this very special day.
Well, as you are celebrating your 200-year-old veterans, I think we should also celebrate Betty Reed Soskin. Betty Reed Soskin is 100 years old as well, and she just retired. She was the oldest working National Parks Ranger. And you gotta love it that she started there when she was 85. Now, when you and I are 85, we're either gonna be in the dirt or we're not gonna be working. We're gonna be drooling on ourselves.
Right.
But Betty served our country as a National Parks Ranger and worked at the Rosie the Riveter World War II Home Front National Park.
Wow.
And she is retired, and we salute her today.
Absolutely. As well, Bill and George right here are World War II veterans that we have celebrated their 100th birthday together, and it has been an honor to do it, and to everybody who has shown up. Mike Opelka, we thank you so much for always being with us on Fridays. We always appreciate you. And God bless, my friend. We'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you, brother.
All right, there he goes. And a big thank you to everybody here at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. And a big happy birthday to Bill and George. Come on now. All right, that's going to do it for us here. It is Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Great job, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're the best.
Save on your insurance.
No problem, man. Anytime.
Chapman Insurance Group.
Have a
Now's
good
the
one.
Time for spring cleaning. Cleaning up your policies and finding